So do you normally turn it on your computer so you can see what the quality's like?
Yeah, we check it out every time. And it's looking good. We're live, guys. This is the second edition of the Crewmaru Creators Club. I didn't expect to do this so soon, but my good friend Corey here at Casting Cave had some business he needed to take care of, so might as well do it together. Corey, if you want to introduce yourself with your hands.
Oh yeah, I would do this with the hands. Hey everybody, it's Casting Cave. They're like, boo, get them out of here. They're already done.
There's like negative super chats. I don't even know what that is. We owe them money at this point.
Oh no.
That's awesome.
Boo.
So
get those guys out of here.
So since you're the this is like the new thing for me here. Like, one of my things that I pride this channel on is like it's fun to sit here and we actually get to do work while we kind of shoot the breeze like we always normally do anyways, but now people get to sit here and watch us. What are you working on tonight?
Oh man. Wait, you're asking me? I should do the same thing you do and go, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got aliens. I've got a bunch of aliens to paint.
And what are those called again?
So this dude is actually a shrink of a sideshow Cad Bane head, and I fitted it for this Hoth Trooper.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm going to do is, this has a little more like organic tones in it, more grays and things. So I'm going to add a wash to this. I'm going to color the eyes. I'm going to do a bunch of little goodies. And I've already done most of the base coating. So like this, you can see where it's darker and then it shades up to a higher color on top. Mm-hmm. So all of my zenithal highlights have already been done. So all I'm doing now is detail work.
Yeah. That's freaking crazy. What's up, Ori? Glad you're here. That wrestling hound says hello. Hello. I'm glad y'all are here. We're kind of a new experiment for us to kind of do two people working live. Corey obviously works in a completely different realm than anything I do. Just the painting and all the casting. You know, what's funny is I never asked you this, and I figured since this is one of those first episodes, and I need to ask, like, how did, I never asked you, or I don't remember, how did you get into casting? Like, how did that happen?
So, you know how we're both on the Foosh?
Yes.
So, I bet at the same time you were posting custom stuff, I was in the, like, custom talk, and I discovered a guy who was doing casting, and I immediately latched on to that guy and was like, teach me everything you know. So I got lucky that he wasn't just like, okay, you got to go somewhere else, dude. You're annoying. I got lucky that he was like, all right, here's how you do it.
That is crazy. And so that was just it. Just somebody who extended a kindness to you and took the time. But something tells me, knowing you, who you are, you weren't annoying or anything like that, or too pushy. I know how that can really turn some people off sometimes. I've got, we all get clients and whatnot like that, but that's cool, man. I like the fact that somebody, that's what I try to do on my, teach people how to do it themselves, even if they, I don't know.
Well, they spend all that time learning how to break toys. They might as well learn how to fix them as well.
Right. It's gonna happen, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's gonna break. Yeah, something's gonna break.
Good at it. Like, sometimes you open a toy right out of the box and you're like, I bet I could break the shit out of this. And you do.
It's done.
It's
broken.
And then you immediately go to Crewmaru and you're like, I'm gonna see if this guy knows how to fix this toy that I just ruined.
That's what I'm waiting on, is like the Crewmaru challenge, where people secretly start doing this thing where they break it as bad as they can and send it to me. It's like, this guy can't fix anything.
Like, what have you I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find a toy that looks like it's been smashed or chewed on by a dog and be like, fix it, Bill.
Like, Corey, you can fix it yourself. Like, no. Man, we got a lot of people jumping in right now. I'll say, we got some guy named Clayton Steffens. Clayton Stevens, my brother. He was easily one of my best friends here. Says, nice shirt, Bill. Hi, Corey. See, Southtown Paint App says, "What up? First time here. Thank you for showing up. If your name's Southtown
Oh,
Paint Apps, then I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from the man to my right. Um, he's going to be
I have to ask
doing.
him for help.
Oh, there you go. MCT Dog, Crewmaru. That's what I'm talking about, man. Soundwave Superior Starscream Inferior says, "Hey, can't stay, but I just wanted to check in and say hi." Thank you. That's so cool that you would just pop in just to say hello. Appreciate that. Goober says, "I'll watch as much as I can on my tablet. It's pretty laggy for me. I usually watch on my Xbox. Maybe you should try your Xbox, Goober." I'm kidding. Thank you for showing up and watching. That's awesome. Samurai Chris says, "Sup Bill, sup Crewmaru." Doombot 9000 says, "Thanks again for that Mando." You're welcome, Doombot 9000. Billy Moon says, "Yo, what up, Bill?" Billy Moon, thank you for showing up. It's always a pleasure. Chrisman, there's our German customizer. This guy, Chrisman, actually does some really good hair sculpting. He's in our he's very active in the Discord, and he was working on a Thor that looked really, really cool. It was like this braided. He did like these braided knots in his hair, and I was pretty impressed by that. I think that's. You ever had to do anything like that, Corey? You ever had sculpt braids? I've never had to do
I
that.
I hate sculpting hair. It is the worst for me. Like doing so. I'm sure that Wade has heard me complain a lot. Sculpting hair, especially on characters like Odious that are just covered in hair,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is the most frustrating thing because everything has to look like it flows in one direction. Or if you change direction with hair, it has to feel natural.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're sculpting, you want things to feel loose, but also very uniform and very tight. So you get frustrated with making it feel right.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I can see. I'm sitting here working on this. This is actually a return. I did this live, and so for any of you guys that remember this, oh, hang on, I have to I have to mention this real quick. Yeah, a guy named Yat6417 says, "When you gonna cast an actual head sculpt that looks like a cave, a self-fulfilling prophecy?"
Oh man.
Just
It's like
yeah,
a
dude,
hood.
that'd be your guy, a cave head. It
It's like
looks so.
a hood that looks like a
It
cave.
looks like just a giant rock that can't support. He can't
Yeah.
support on his shoulders. Like, this is so uncomfortable. But yeah, so I had to go back to this. What I had done before was this wing had come off, and the guy couldn't get back in, and so I had. It's one of those deals where it's got the little those little pieces, those little plastic pieces where you plug things in. It's on a lot of build a figure. Um, you'll see that on a lot of arms and like legs, especially DCUC and whatnot. And they click in, and then there's a little plastic ring that allows it to turn. Well, this wouldn't work for the guy, and so I looked in there, and I had to pull the piece closer, and I noticed that the piece was loose, so it would pluck back in, but it wouldn't fall into the body, which blew me away. I was like, why is it doing that? So I pulled it close, put a little super glue in there. I pushed the wing, and I thought it popped into it, and then it broke free from the super glue, and I was like, got it. That's exactly what I needed. So I tested it, I sent it off, and as soon as the guy opens it, nope, wing came off. So I was like, dude, send it back. Obviously, I'm not going to charge you, again, send it back. He sends it back, and so I found out the issue. The issue is that where the wing plugs in, there's these two spots right here. Corey, I'm sorry, you probably can't see this. I'm doing this on my other camera.
I've,
There's these.
I've got the computer up,
Oh, good,
so I
good,
can
good.
see it.
Oh,
I
cool.
remember. I remember when you were working on this.
Yeah, yeah. It was a pain, man. And so these two
Yeah.
screws keep the that rounded piece from popping out. What had happened was both of these broke. Both of these had broken.
Oh
So whenever he
wow.
went in originally to pop that peg in, it broke these out, but it didn't completely come out. So it was just enough to where you just like, it couldn't connect. So I took this out, I pushed that piece in, and pop that wing in, and man, this wing ain't going nowhere now. I even tried to rip this thing out. So now I've super glued these screws and the plastic back in. If for some reason, and then I even super glued a little piece. You can even see where the super glue kind of, it's right about here. I made sure it was going to connect. So, but everything turns well. I had to crack this thing open, and let me tell you, sweaty, very sweaty, very very sweaty. This I know this isn't cheap.
So, so whenever you were doing this originally, you didn't want to crack that torso.
I did not. I did not. No, and I thought I got away with it. I thought I did, and if you know, this is a lesson to anybody watching that might be wanting to repair or do anything. Take your time and do it right the first time, because this guy he sent it back, but this is kind of cool. He's like, well, I do have something I need you to do for me, if you don't mind. So, we're trying to figure out how can we do this double whammy so you don't have to send this thing back. That's a lot. Well, he's got this custom of himself, and he needed the head refitted on this body here. So I refit this head on his body, and now I took a photo, sent it to him. Look at that, just
Nice.
just two plastic guys hanging out. So anyway, that was pretty cool. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Just he's a really cool guy.
What did you use to socket it?
Oh, all I had to do was the head.
Yeah.
Just needed to it needed to be dremeled out, and then I used some. I did the softer version of the Procreate.
Nice.
Whoever did it for him used green stuff, which works. I don't like that stuff, man. I was never able to get green stuff to freaking work. I don't know what it was. It was like always hard for me to like smooth it out. I guess I could never get it really smooth, and then it always looked like there was little chunks in it that just didn't seem to mix well. I don't know what it was. I'm not a fan of that stuff, but I saw some people do some amazing stuff.
Might have been a bad batch, though. Some of that stuff has a shelf life, so you use it past its prime, and it's going to be bad. It won't work as well as you want it to.
I imagine that's what happened. Let me see here. Oh, Sir Bean Boy, I know you. That's the oh, this poor guy, dude. His house got broken into the other day.
Oh, no.
He's in our Discord, and he's like, my house got broken into. He's like, they didn't steal my figures, though. I was like, no, that's awesome. Oh, Bob the Odd says, Bill, you couldn't find a better guest?
Oh, I mean, you could bring Bob on.
If Bob starts doing dios again, he'll be first in line to hop on here. Guarantee you. That'll be amazing. When he gets himself down here, gets settled back in, we'll get him back on dios or else.
Just bring Bob on and have him do conspiracy theories the whole night.
No. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear Wacky Bob. No, everybody likes Bob. Bob. A lot of people miss Bob. Yeah. A lot of people miss him on YouTube. I bring him up every now and then and talk about some people, or talk to some people, and they miss him. They learned a lot from him. Don't become a ghost.
Don't become a ghost.
Don't become a ghost.
Trying to stay alive.
Nobody wants that. We got, let's see, what else? Lucky Butter. Hey, grab dinner and just started up my video game. What are you playing, Lucky? Let me know what you're playing. And it better be good. Rear Era's here. Bathroom urinal. Bathroom urinal. I'm glad you're here. You're in the Discord too. That's an awesome name. Hood Lamink. What's going on, man? I'm glad everybody's here. Julian Hayden. Glad you showed up. Golly. Berserk 69's here. Says first, but man, you were like 21 viewers ago. But that's okay. That's okay, Berserk 69. Esteban Barraza, there's your guy. Won the exclusive Yodius head.
Yeah, we need to see more pics of the Odious.
Oh, Raph's here. You're a toast. Hello, Raph. Freaking awesome. Oh, damn, Julian Hayden said Bob who. Damn.
We don't get to hear Raph snoring though.
Oh, I know. Raph.
Yeah.
Raph snoring in a chat is the best. Even he'll say it. He's like, it's not a chat unless he falls asleep.
That's right.
Yes. Ori Omega says, am I excited for Mayfix Mana and Soups? Absolutely. Those are very highly anticipated.
I'm excited for Superman because it hopefully will be one of those figures you buy,
And
and then you never have to buy another Superman ever again.
If that is true, that is a dream come true for me. I would love that. So I have to give it up though to, which I hate doing this. No, I'm kidding. The Todd McFarlane tossed out that Bizarro the other day, and that thing looks good.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
He looks good. So does Jon Stewart. So does John Boy. I was like, that's really exciting. Two characters that are not Batman.
The one complaint I would have with John, and I feel like it's happened a few times now. Anytime we get a Jon Stewart, he always looks bored.
Yeah, I get that. I feel that. I've seen that before too. He does always look kind of bored. Like, you need a little expression in his face. I'd like a smirk on John. I know he's more militant, but still, I mean, he's got, it's John. He's my favorite Green Lantern.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, John's the man.
Yeah, I like John. I do like Kyle Rayner a little bit too. He's kind of a dork. Like, he's very 90s, but I like that they gave an artist, the ring, and I'm like, that is just ripe for creativity, in my opinion.
Right.
So I think that's cool. And I always thought that was cool about the Lanterns, man. I never really got into reading them deep, but I did like John. John, if he was part of it, God, I hated God. I like Guy Gardner. I get there's a purpose for him. I just don't know if they found it yet. Good.
So I don't know anything about Guy. I know who he is and what he looks like, but I've never read anything with him in it.
Okay.
So he's like an alien, but he looks like a human?
I don't know much about Guy. So when it comes down to it, my favorite lantern is the Orange Lantern Larfleeze. I just love him.
And is he greed?
Yes.
Is that what he is?
Yeah, avarice. Yeah. Greed, yes, basically. They had to figure out like a fancy term for it that people had to look up. What does that mean? That's a lot of syllables. Oh man, let's see what we got going on here.
So that's is Jon Stewart the first Green Lantern we've gotten in the multiverse way?
Well, what's funny is this is the second Jon Stewart that we've gotten from, cool. Because remember they did an animated one. Random, what they did They had
those weird ones.
Yeah. He was pretty chunky.
Yeah.
Who's the purple lantern, if there is one? Yeah, there's Star Sapphire's kind of purple.
Right. I get McFarlane wanting to show his range with the figure line.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody was telling me, oh yeah, and then McFarlane's gonna make animated style DC toys, immediately that's like, what? Why?
Yeah,
we all know McFarlane's like detail and statuesque characters.
Right. Those are Bruce Timm is very flat, and I don't know. It's a very odd choice.
Right. Yeah,
which I don't think those sold very well from what I saw. They did a Superman, a Batman, and I think Jon Stewart. And it felt like I guess they were trying to do the Justice League. Was it JLU or Unlimited or whatever the old show was? And
Justice League Unlimited. That was kind of my late introduction to the DC universe because I grew up on Marvel, and that cartoon was amazing.
Yeah, it was good, man. Good. I didn't like the Aquaman in it, but it was good.
Yeah, but he had the Aquaman story was really good.
Yeah, they actually gave him a reason. I did like the fact that they gave him a reason to be kind of pretty surly.
Yeah.
So that was cool, but other than that, it's like, man.
I don't know. You're picky about all your Aquamans, though. If it's not OG.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind that. I like a lot of them actually. I like Colin. Really? Yeah, I like Colin Bunn's run, which actually he got a lot of hate. He got bullied out of writing for Aquaman. He left. Yeah. He quit. It was sad, man, because Colin Bunn's awesome. He did arguably the best Magneto writing ever. God, it was great. I don't know if you ever got a chance to. Did you ever read the Magneto run where it was his solo book?
Was that run called Axis?
Oh God, was it? I act like I'm a giant fan of it. I don't remember the name of the comic. I thought it was called Magneto, where he was in the. I want to say it's whenever they had introduced that white outfit.
I'm not sure. I don't think I read it.
Oh man, I think
it might be one of those I have to go back and pick up.
It was a very, very good read. I enjoyed it immensely. And then he took on Aquaman, and he did a great run. He incorporated magic into it, which I think is a big play for Aquaman.
Nice.
It's such a big Atlantis. You know what I mean? Like there's a big deal to that, the magic and all the lore and all the stuff like that. And he was doing a great job. He was taking it in a brand new direction. Because I was a huge fan of the Water Hand. I love that. It was so cool. Like he could do different powers with it. He could even like see like kind of into the future with it a little bit. Like it was cool, man. I was like a reflection. You know, it was so. I thought it was clever.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. But the Hook Hand Aquaman, if they did an iteration of him where he just wasn't a jerk, where he was like more of the regal king, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I like that. That's cool. But I am picky though. I am very picky. But
he had a reason. He had a reason to be angry. He lost his hand.
Well, it's like you generally like lost his son. That's enough to like.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, I get it. Those are some dark times, man. Aquaman's been through it. People don't seem to realize that. He's been through some stuff.
It doesn't really hold weight because DC retcons so frequently.
Right. It's like that's one of the big deals when I was like, oh, it sucks that Momoa's not blonde, and they're like, well, you're racist. I was like, I just like the comic lore. I was like, that's not about race. I was like, geez, why his hair color doesn't define his race. Although it did in the books. But nah, that's all right. I'm sure they'll figure themselves out one day.
Maybe. I mean, at least you have with the DC. So with DC, you have pretty good TV shows and okay movies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that either is on par with, because Marvel is pulling their weight. You know, it's hard to compete against Marvel. So like with the DC stuff, everybody loves Flash, the TV show. But then some of the other shows just kind of meander.
Yeah.
Some of them get a lot of positive response, like Doom Patrol.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Did the Watchmen show get
Yeah.
Was that received pretty well?
As far as I know, yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, at some point I need to watch that because I do like I like Watchmen for the most part.
Good.
I think that the book is overwritten, like all things Alan Moore, but it is very good.
Well, I think you'll if you like the book, because if you like the ending at least of the book, then that's where it picks up from. Way in the future. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man. Yeah. So go to the chat real quick. We got.
Oh yeah.
Man, we got Calvin J saying, "What do you think about the Batman and Robin Bane Bath wave of McFarlane?" I think that is a awesome paperweight. That is a real cool statue.
Is that the one where his hand kept falling off?
Did it? I haven't seen that video yet. Did his hand fall off?
Bob sent me a video of some guy trying to like pose him, and every time he moved the figure, his hand would fall off.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Let's see, we got looking in here. Oh man, Rocker Josh is on here. Josh Smith, check it out, Josh. I got it. Excellent. Yes! I've been wanting to do that every time he jumped in. That's what I think of. Josh actually plays for a band, and he's pretty dang good, and he's very, very, very nice. So, glad you're in here, bud. Lucky Butter says, does the chat know when the new Crewmaru masks will drop? They don't. They don't know. Next question.
Gotta cast them all over.
Next question. We got Corey actually will be casting some of those up, and then I've also got some being 3D printed by another friend. So we will have a bunch of fun options for those. My buddy Anthony is actually using them as like a test to get better acquainted and get the feel for his 3D printer, which is the best for me because any kind of duds, I was like, oh, I'll take all those. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And then,
plus, you don't live very far from him, so you can go over there and, just whip him into shape
yeah,
if he falls out of line.
just keep on
There you go.
knocking, keep on knocking on his door,
Yeah,
no matter what.
yeah. And basically just put bricks in front of the door to his apartment and be like, you're not coming out
No.
until you finish printing all of these masks for Crewmaru.
And he lives on like the 3rd floor or something, so he's not jumping.
Yeah, see? Perfect. We got this figured out. Sorry, Aunt.
Sorry, Aunt. He's not watching. He doesn't watch these. He's not that good of a friend.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not. We're not Darius or Wade. Sorry, Aunt.
Sorry, we're not good enough for you, Anthony. Please keep.
He's about to post in the chat. What the hell, guys?
Yeah, I'm not doing these masks anymore either. How's that for your jokes? Like, dang, yeah. Let's see, we got Cristino Fuentes. Hey, Billy, what's going on? He did not say hello to you. So, Corey, don't say hello.
Oh, to me?
No,
That's okay.
Not to you. My buddy Ori said, I don't think you're racist for wanting the race of a character from the comics to be perfectly translated to movies or TV. Thanks. I don't know. I'm even okay with, I think it'd be cool to see Calder as Aquaman. Whenever I watched that newest, or the most newest season of Young Justice, Arthur had taken over as King of Atlantis, and he basically put the moniker of Aquaman onto Calder. And it was awesome. I was like, that's freaking great. Like, I would love to watch a movie over that. But if you're going to do, I don't know, I guess it's just like if you're going to do a character, just do them right. I don't know. I don't mind little changes and stuff like that to like build something upon the character. It just bothers me when they change something so drastically. It's like watching Batman just lay waste to all these people in his car, and you got Superman, killing Zod, and I'm like, dang,
You remember, guns don't kill people, cars do, right? That's the phrase.
I grew up with that phrase. That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I should have known.
People
Actually, I don't have to heat this yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. Like,
imagine if it would have been a hit and run. Batman just goes over after people in vehicles.
He just runs them down and drives off.
No, he hates vehicles. Like, he runs everywhere. He sees Robin get into a car. He gives him the evil eye. What are you doing, Robin?
Nope. Batman, I'm tired all the time.
Yeah. Tired of huffing it, Batman. We don't use cars.
We don't use cars. Is that a Oldsmobile? Why did you say that name? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The joke will never die.
It's amazing. That's the Batman we deserve.
That's
a Batman who hates cars.
We didn't know we needed this until now.
Yeah.
That was that's the worst thing ever. This is the worst iteration of Batman yet.
No. We've got a Batman that looks like he fell out of Mad Max, and people love it.
That's like all of them now. It seems like.
Yeah, all of them. They're like a cross between Mad Max and Juggalos now, I think.
Yes. That's the Joker, right?
Yeah, I can't wait for a Hatchet Man symbol on Batman's chest.
Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. We don't need that. That's something we don't need.
That's what we need. No, we need that.
That's something we don't need.
Well, they're doing, what is it called? DC Heavy Metal or Batman Heavy Metal or Death Metal or something, right?
All the metals.
That's, Batman Juggalo. There we go.
It's like, it writes itself.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, it said Gotham Theft Auto.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. If Aqualad exists, then there must be an Aqua Dude and Aqua Mate. I don't know if that's true, Chrisman. I don't think you have to go that far. I mean,
Sure, it can be whatever aquas you want.
all the Aquas.
I'm not gonna assume anyone's aqua.
Oh yeah, don't assume they're Aqua. Don't assume they're Atlantean.
Yeah, don't assume anyone's aqua.
Don't you do it? You can't do that.
Everyone deserves a moment in
Yeah.
the spotlight as an aqua.
Uh-oh. Brian Pena's here. He is going to ask me to answer his questions. This is what... Every time Brian's on, if I miss his question, he will make sure to tell me to answer his question, please. So hang on, Brian. I'm going to try to answer your question. You answer one question, you got to answer them all after that. What is it?
That's right.
Is it just me? I want a Colonel Sanders action figure from NECA, KFC. I don't know if that's a so your question is, yes, it's just you. Well, you know what? Hang on.
Open statement.
Hang on. Yeah, more of an open statement, but you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'd probably buy a Colonel Sanders. Like if they just did like a whole food line, as long as they did Mayor McCheese from
I need them to have weapons though. If I'm gonna buy them, I need like Ronald McDonald with Switchblade.
I don't know if you could market them like that.
Oh man, but kids want that.
Kids need clowns with switchblades. That's nothing like that. It just helps them.
See, I want to be that guy at the meeting. They're like, "You have anything to input on this toy?" Yeah, give them a switchblade. And they're like, "Stop trying to give the fast food mascots weapons."
I'm just telling. Yeah, kids want that. You sound like from what was it, Idiocracy, where they talked about Brondo, and it's got what plants want.
Plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes. Yeah.
That's right.
It's like, Corey, would you stop with the switchblade? Probably give it a switchblade. And why are you talking like Danny DeVito? Give him a switchblade. Yo, what's up, Laser Pants? Oh, wait, Laser Pants. I think I've got your figure over here. I can't work on it live tonight, though, because I'm going to have to use a hammer. And I don't want to... Well, I guess I could turn my audio down, but that kind of defeats the purpose of a live stream. But nonetheless, I do have it here. Oh, yeah, see? The Wendy's girl. I think that's Wendy, actually. I don't know if you'd call her Wendy's girl. I think that's just Wendy. Isn't that just Wendy? Yeah, because it's after Dave Thomas. Is it Wendy Thomas? Is that right?
I never met him.
Never met him.
It's a formality.
Colonel Sanders, buckets of biscuits and chicken as a weapon. He'd have to, and like the special edition is that nasty KFC bowl where they just take all the stuff off the left side of the menu and slap it into mashed potatoes.
That thing always sounded like it was stuff they couldn't sell. Hey, what's at the bottom of the basket? Oh, yeah, we got like corn and mashed potatoes and pieces of chicken. All right, just mix it in a bowl and find some really desperate-looking human being. Sell them that.
Yeah, just ugh, so nasty. Josh Smith said, "I'd rather have Dave Thomas." Yeah, man, because he didn't cut corners. That's why his burgers are square.
Right. We'd have Dave Thomas with weapons of mass destruction. He wouldn't just have a switchblade.
Every character comes with a switchblade. Like why
No.
Like
oh no! Gotta have. Yeah, do you remember the Food Fighters toy line? It's got to be like that.
Did they have like an army? Did they have a hamburger or a cheeseburger?
Yes.
Because his head was real long.
Yeah, he was ridiculous looking, but he had like an RPG.
That is amazing.
Like, what is this guy doing?
They were like, but they had like zero articulation, right? Like Barnyard Commandos.
I think they moved. Yeah, they moved at like their shoulders and their legs, and that was it.
Yeah, there you go. That's about it. Clayton says, "Hey, the famous bowl is the bomb." There will definitely be some bombing going on.
Yeah.
Oh, Trevor Rittner. Square patty throwing stars. See?
Hell yes. Yeah,
Oh, look
see,
at
he
that.
gets it. He
Esteban
understands.
Esteban dropped the bomb there. He said Macho Man. I was like, damn, yeah, there you go with the Slim Jims.
Yeah.
They did a
Yeah,
figure of that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I wish
Man,
I
I
would have
wish I
got
would
that
want
one.
that.
Yeah, me too. I wish I would have got that. I ended up getting Mr. T. I tried to sell him the
Did
other
you sell
day.
them already?
I didn't know. Nobody wanted the T Man. I don't know why.
Oh man.
It's a
All
pretty cool.
right.
You know what's funny is that the
Go on.
packaging smells like cologne, and I don't know
Yes.
why. I
There was just somebody in the factory that was just laying it on.
Dude, it's like opened it up. I was like, oh, this is pleasant. Cristino Fuentes says, Billy, would you like it if I drew you Aquaman or Garth? And Corey, who are your favorite characters? Cristino, and Corey already knows what I'm going to say. If you drew me as Aquaman, yes. Corey, who are your favorite characters?
Oh man.
Top three, like, that you just really like. I know it's hard to
Are we talking
go, like, all
comic
time.
book characters, movie characters, or
Christina, what do you want? What do you want him to answer, Christina? Is it just characters of all time, or you want him probably drawn characters? So any character that's been, maybe illustrated. So yeah, maybe stick to comic.
well, like comic book stuff? Oh shit.
Is
Let's see.
Hellboy in your top three?
Sasquatch from Alpha Flight.
Ooh, see, that's why I like you.
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
That's
Sasquatch.
that's why me and Wade immediately bonded. He's like, hey, I like Sasquatch. I'm like, yeah, me too. All right, we're cool.
Do we just become very, very close friends? We did. That is so awesome.
And then in the because whenever he had me sculpting Odious,
mm-hmm.
I was trying to find reference pictures for like what a Gigantopithecus skull is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Because at one point Wade was like, what if we did like a skull head for a Sasquatch? And I found some pictures of what a Gigantopithecus skull looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't look very good if it was sculpted. It's kind of ugly looking. Anyways, in the process of looking for these fossils, I found a church for Bigfoot. Apparently that's the thing.
Yes.
So
what?
I didn't know this existed. It's amazing. Church of Sasquatch. I love it.
There you go.
You imagine breaking that news to your family?
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, I've got something I want you guys to know. And they're like, oh no.
They're like, we knew it.
I knew you were different.
Yeah.
We knew you were different.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your boyfriend? You're like, no, I go to Sasquatch church now. They're like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay with that. It's like, you guys are some real weird parents, man.
It's not too bad.
We weren't okay with that, but we will accept you later on when we need your help.
Yeah. That's the South for you.
Yeah, that's definitely the. Welcome to the Sasquatch Bible Belt.
Yeah. I like that.
See.
Yeah.
Clayton said they have a church for everything.
Man, could you imagine somebody like if somebody was trying to give me one of those little orange Bibles? I'm always like, nah, don't give it to me. I feel like you'd be wasting paper. But if they were like, hey, we have copies of In Search Of. Would you like to read about cryptozoological beings? Yeah. It's like, yes, give me that. Oh man,
I'm excited. I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, y'all can have a glass of water whenever y'all come through my neighborhood.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah.
Josh Smith said, of course you found pictures of Sasquatch skulls because he's real. See? That's where Josh goes to that church.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope that somebody stumbles across it. And I hope that as soon as someone brings it into like their community, they're like, check it out, I found Sasquatch. Everyone else is going to go, nah, that's not real. Nope, don't believe me.
No. Brian asked, who's your favorite DC and Marvel villain? He says for him, it's the Penguin and Green Goblin.
Ooh, those are good picks.
Those are good picks.
Penguin, especially.
Yeah, a lot of people don't go with him as a favorite.
Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
Old 50s? Oh, yeah. He was awesome. Well, let's see. I think I know yours, Bill.
Oh, really?
Okay.
The
Marvel, favorite Marvel villain. Uh,
That's actually kind of tough for me. So I'm interested to hear your guess.
Let me see. Give me a sec. I gotta think on it.
Yeah, I'd like to try
Um,
to guess your Marvel and DC. That was because you branch out, so it's not going to be like. Well, I don't know. For you, I would probably go. If I not, I could probably nab one of the top three. I would probably say Sabretooth would be one of them. If
nope.
not, he's one that you like.
He's far from.
Really?
Yeah.
So you like Logan, but not really.
I think that Sabretooth is one of the more. I honestly, whenever you have those villains who are a parallel to a hero, Wolverine to Sabretooth or Spider-Man to Venom,
Yeah, too
I
similar.
usually feel like those characters are more or less just a grudge match,
Yeah,
and they don't really have a whole lot as far as
no inspiration.
character on their own. Although
Yeah,
they've done a lot with Eddie Brock.
yeah.
Um,
Do you like Magneto?
I do, but he is not my favorite Marvel villain.
Like older, like do you like older Magneto or newer, or are you just okay with him all around?
What's weird is that I like Magneto as a good guy.
Oh, I do too. I like the fact that he's technically always a good guy, isn't he? He always thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you can steal from whoever you want. You just have to declare that that person is bad. You know?
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? You're like, I'm robbing from the rich to give to the poor.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, wait a minute. That guy worked really hard for everything he has. Nope, he's rich.
Nope.
Bad guy.
Nope. Bad dude. Yeah, like I said, like if we came up to a deal, if somebody had to put a gun to my head and they were like, "What's Corey's favorite characters?" I'd be like, "Pull the trigger."
Oh, come on now.
I could
No,
never.
okay.
I could never figure it
Alright,
out. There's no
alright.
way. Well,
So, you know what DC books I like.
I do, and I'm trying to think like, but I was like, I don't strike you as like, you don't strike me as like a dark side guy. Do you like dark side?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. I do like Darkseid.
See, I have to go against. I have to go against what I think, and that's when I'll get the answer
Yeah.
right.
He is. So I love the New Gods.
You're
I
complex.
think that Darkseid in Superman, I think he's kind of he's not as interesting as he is in New Gods.
Mhm.
Even if in New Gods, that book kind of reads like superhero Shakespeare at times.
Yeah.
It can be kind of silly, but I love New Gods, and I really, really like Darkseid.
MCT Dog says Apocalypse is a
what
badass.
Is Bizarro one of your favorite DC?
Actually, he is. He's not my favorite, but he's definitely in my top. I don't know if he's my top 3, but he's definitely top 5, maybe top 3. I do. I love Bizarro.
So what?
So good.
Black Manta isn't your favorite villain, is he?
Yeah.
He is?
Okay, it's weird because him and Ocean Master have this, I don't know. So since I was a kid, like I loved Black Manta. I thought he was really cool, and that's when he was purple. You know, he had like the purple and like the silver and the yellow. You know, that classic. So that's what that was my first taste of like comic stuff. Was like, you know, the Super Friends, and then the Phoenix saga in comic form. So those were like literally my first like comic things, and I immediately gravitated towards Black Manta, and I also liked I liked the old Toyman, the original Toyman.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the voice acting in the old cartoon that, you know, that have that crazy.
I don't think I've ever read anything with Toyman.
I don't think I've ever read any either. Oh wait, no, there's he has that awesome design in was it Justice? Is that right? Hang on, I've got him. It's not a stream if I don't get up.
He's got to leave.
This is one of my favorite figures, actually, and easily my favorite Toyman design. This marionette version, like.
Oh yeah, from the was that an Alex Ross
Yes.
DC Direct line?
Yes, this was either Justice or Kingdom Come. I can't remember. This is the coolest. He's got all the man. There's something just really really fun about this. Not to mention for a DC Direct. Now I know this thing breaks on everybody. Obviously it's DC Direct, but no, I always liked him, but I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite. I always loved his demeanor.
That's awesome.
I liked Solomon Grundy as well, but yeah, Bizarro and I don't know why I like Bizarro. Probably because he's so not Superman that I don't know. That's why I like it because I don't like Superman at all. Just
Your villain pick is purely out of spite.
that's how my brain is working. It's like get the guy that just wants to be Superman but is never going to be him ever.
Right.
I'm like, yes, I love it. Yeah, I love me some Bizarro. But yeah, I think my favorite is Black Manta. The problem though that I have with Black Manta is that, pun aside, he's kind of shallow. There's not there's some it depends on what comic you're reading, but even so, they've tried, and it seems like they never, right whenever he's getting really interesting, they kind of drift off. Now Ocean Master, he's freaking awesome. He's got there's so many issues that he has. He's more of a kind of a Loki semi character where he's kind of got the daddy issues, and mom issues, parental issues. He's
With
like the stepkid.
Do they play Orm up more as a sort of a failed hero in the Aquaman books?
No, not really. A lot of times he was more of like the jealous kind of brother. It wasn't until maybe it was after New 52 or during New 52, they started giving Orm some more than just the I'm gonna act like your friend and then screw you over kind of guy. Because that he wanted this. He wants the crown. He wants the scepter. The trident, and he wants the what am I trying to say here? He wants the chair. He wants the throne. He wants the throne.
Right.
And that's how he was. But then they finally did turn him into that. What you're talking about, that reluctant kind of hero. He falls for this this human, this lady, and she's got a kid. And he is such an ass. He's like pompous, he's like the exact, what you would think a prince would be, if they're not a good one. You know what I mean? Like that typical,
yeah.
I deserve the crown, and this is it. But he's really good at what he does. He's good for that. He's just, misplaced. And so I like that a lot. I root for characters like that because I want to see them become better. I think that's one of the saddest things for me about the MCU is knowing that when Loki returns, all of that awesomeness that we got is kind of gone. And so that makes me sad. Like, I know it's not gone, but, bringing him back as, like, if it's the bad Loki, but I guess knowing that that there is a possibility there, but it's like all the stuff that led to him becoming more of a hero, I don't know. Oh,
Right,
God,
right.
Dr. Doom, duh. Ah,
Yep.
duh. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
an
know why
easy one. Doom's the man.
I should have pegged that one quick. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went Sabretooth.
Although, you were asking about Sabretooth. Out of X-Men, Magneto is definitely my favorite X-Men villain, even though I like him as a hero as well.
Yeah.
Just because he has, same thing with Doom. He kind of justifies everything he does, and it makes for a more interesting villain than just like Mole Man, who's just jealous of people that live on the surface, and he's gonna make a monster to kill him.
He's the worst.
He's pretty funny.
Mole Man's hilarious. Yeah, he's just like he's like a joy whenever he comes back around. You're like, this guy's gonna last no longer than 5 issues when he almost wins and then gets beat. He's going down.
Right.
You can't win. Mole Man. Oh, what a poor dude. That is a sad existence.
He likes living under there, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. From what I can tell, he wants to. Yeah. Because anytime he kidnaps somebody, he's gonna take them back under the ground, which is creepy and weird.
There you go.
Poor guy.
He's got his comfy, cozy.
No, yeah.
tunnels.
No, I don't want to be down there. That's what we need. We need mole people. We do need a new mole man figure though. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember getting that was the Ronan the Accuser Build-A-Figure wave. I
Yeah.
remember getting that Mole Man was probably him and Doom. I was super excited to get because it finally gave me updated version of Doom and then finally a figure of Mole Man. And I remember getting them both in hand and being like, they suck.
Not happy at all.
No,
Mole
not
Man,
at
I'm
all.
not sure what you would expect from a Mole Man figure. Like, what?
That figure did nothing.
Yeah, it
You
was.
couldn't even pose his feet.
Josh
Just
Smith says
terrible.
he'd rather be Mole Man than Condiment King. That's true. Well, I mean,
I do.
yeah, I guess.
Uh, I don't know. Crewmaru King, you probably never have a problem with. It's like,
Well,
oh yeah, hey, we're gonna have burgers. Invite Condiment King over.
yeah, but don't you think Condiment like so? It's like, what does he do? Like, does he produce mustard and ketchup? Does
Ooh.
he, or does he have to like go to the store and he just loads up on it and everybody knows who it is? Because
Yeah,
nobody buys that
he's,
much.
he's got a 10-gallon drum of mustard, and they're like, "Are you like a super villain or something?" He's like, "No, no. What makes you think that?"
No, I'm not nearly as cool as Condiment King. Could you run the card again? It's declined, sir.
Oh
Dang it.
shit! I guess I gotta rob a bank.
What's that? Mustard. Like how do you
No.
how do you exist as Condiment King? That's
You
not
think he
it.
gets upset if somebody's like, "Do you have catsup instead?"
That's what does it. That's what sets him off.
Yeah, I just he turned to a life of crime because of catsup.
Infinite hot sauce. Oh yeah, because he's Condiment King, so he's not just limited, right, to mustard or ketchup.
Yeah, he's
Right.
all right in my book.
Yeah. Condiment King's all right, Josh. I don't know.
We talked ourselves out. Like, yeah, no, that's not
All
bad.
right then.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. there's some there's some funny stuff in there, man. That cracks me up, man. That those are actual characters from the DC universe. I've got one of those. They're pretty cool. Those big DC and Marvel encyclopedias. They're like over an inch thick and just big, colorful pages and all the little short bios on
Nice.
them and whatnot. And you flip through, and I'm like, man, I can't believe some of these made it past. I don't know, man. It must have been back in the day where it was like, hey, you smoke yourself a joint and create a character. Or three. Who knows? And
I don't know because Stan Lee would create characters that people would look at him and be like, "I don't know what you're doing, Stan," and he would throw them out there, and he would just be like, "Nope, we're doing it." He's like, "I'm the editor in chief. We're doing this character," and to
oh,
this day, Marvel still has characters that when you see them, I mean, hell, look at Stilt Man. He just got a Marvel Legend. Who said I got an idea? You know, when you go to the circus and you see those guys on stilts.
yeah.
Well, one of them stepped on my toe one time, so I'm going to make a villain who's a guy in stilts.
I love Stiltman. I like those
How
stupid
many
characters.
how many sets of legs do you have at this point?
I've only got 4.
Is that all?
That's it. That's not bad when you see comparative to some people we've been seeing. You saw that one picture in our group. Good lord, that's a
So
lot.
is it as tall as you yet? How tall is 4 sets of
Not that
legs?
tall or a short. Damn, man. It's like
Oh,
it's. I want to say you probably got about. I wonder how tall. Hang on, that's a good question. I wonder how tall each set of these legs is. That would give me a good reason to figure out just how. So sitting here on my thigh, or on my thigh, he's
nice.
about that tall.
Halfway.
Yeah, he's about halfway up there. So
Yeah.
he is. Let's see what we got here. Where do these start? I think
And what is the end game here? How many sets of legs?
I could probably go for 3 more, maybe 4.
Oh,
I'm just not,
there
but
you
I
go.
don't. Keep in mind, guys, I own one hand ninja. I didn't go buy a bunch of hand ninjas. Don't think that I'm that guy.
Nah, he threw them away.
I threw them away. I hate them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and
so
he went, ah, gross ninjas, and he just threw them in the trash.
each set of legs is 6 inches tall without the extra like feet on them. Like just so if you take off these little feet here, you got 6 inches of leg. All right. Gosh, that's a lot, man. I don't know. I'll probably watch. I probably won't get any more here. If somebody offers me some legs and they're like at a good price, then I'll buy them. Like Nick has been the best. Nick sold me 3 sets for like $5 each. I was like, dude,
No,
yeah, that's
well,
my
I
man.
mean,
Shartimus Prime's in here. He says, I'm that guy. How many, Shartimus,
he's,
how many do
oh
you
my god.
have? I thought but Shartimus is giving away his hand ninjas too, as like a giveaway thing. So that's pretty awesome. People are gonna,
Nice. That's
yeah, because
awesome.
not everybody out there is like trying to build a really tall stilt man, but like people like me and Russ there want a tall stilt man. I don't know, man. If he went all the way to my ceiling, that would be amazing. Like that, but I've got like, what are these, 8, 10 foot ceilings? That would be, that would be a bit much. I wonder if those legs will start bowing because I've got a perfect spot right here along the side that he could totally lift up on. But if I have to, the problem is that with 2 sets of legs, he fits perfectly on like my taller, like a shelf. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If I find some cheap legs, then I'll buy them. Or if I find one more I would only buy one more hand ninja. I think I would do 2 of them. That'd be kind of cool.
I
Because
think I
if
saw him in stock on GameStop the other day.
did you? The figure's cool. I need I need a frogman part. I,
He's
I
awesome.
I don't really want the figure. He just doesn't fit for my stuff. If he was a real frog, then yes, then he would be in my collection. But it's a dude dressed as a frog, and that
He
doesn't.
was a Daredevil villain.
I know. Hey, if they make Owlsley, then I'm gonna buy him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, why don't we have an Owlman yet? That's
Man, I don't
weird.
know. That would be great. He's definitely. Damn, Shartimus has 12 hand ninjas. I'm down to buy just legs from here on out. Well, stay off my turf, Russ. You already got yours. Damn, 12 hand. That's 6 feet. That's
That's
6 feet of
amazing.
hand. That's 6 feet of stilt. That is a lot of.
What's amazing about that is you could like use Stiltman to pass things off to people.
Yeah,
Like you just put something in his hands
yeah,
and you just grab him by the feet and you reach out and hand it. Here you go.
yeah.
They're like, stop using your Stiltman like
Stop.
that.
Here you go. Yeah, just like I turn him into one of the. What are they called? Gopher. The
Yeah,
gophers.
yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, I've got a guy I think that's gonna hook me up with the arm. He said he didn't want the he's not gonna build the stilt man, which always is kind of a funny underhanded comment when they're like, "I'm not building that." I'm like, "What's wrong with stilt
He,
man?"
you know what Shardmus needs to do now that he has that gigantic Stiltman?
What?
He needs a skit of somebody using Stiltman to hand him toilet paper in the bathroom.
Yes, that'd be
Half the
awesome.
distance. You don't have to get near the shark. Here you go. Here's your toilet paper.
Taking mad stilts. Yeah. Hey, what's up, you guys? I can reach all the way in the end of the bathroom. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is perfect.
Awesome.
That is greatness. He's a great guy. I do like me some
Hell
Shartimus.
yeah.
Oh shit, this went into the wrong one, didn't it? Fixing more Mayfex Spider-Mans. I can hook you up for $50. Bye. What do you say?
What?
Shartimus Prime is 2 mini red ninjas that aren't G.I. Joe versions, right? Oh, Ori! See, Ori's always there for me. He's like, I got you. Ori, we gotta find that Vernon. You know we gotta find him. Vernon apparently is
Oh, the Vernon and Rat King set?
uh-huh. Apparently he's showing up the tag was on shelves, man. Ori's my freaking unicorn, dude.
Ooh.
He's got crazy luck finding that
Hell
stuff. Yeah, man, he's a good guy. That's one of the coolest things about these. Like I said, I always bring up the the streams and stuff like that, because some of the people on here are just incredible. And once we started that, which you're part of it, but unfortunately not as local, but still, we're here to help. And having that, just fighting the scalpers right now, I like all that anxiety of trying to find the Ninja Turtle stuff is gone. It's completely like left.
That's awesome.
It is,
I don't.
man.
I never see turtles in my area. One of the things I noticed was that I'm about an hour outside of Houston,
Mm-hmm.
which Houston is one of those areas. When I lived in Houston, toy hunting was basically out of the question. You would go to the comic shop and buy it at a markup, just so that you didn't have to fight other collectors to find something you were looking for.
Right.
Outside of Houston, normally I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But social media forums and things have led to better communication with people going, hey, this is at this store, this is that store, also Pop Finder.
Yeah.
So here lately, I've had a lot of people driving, an hour out just to come find stuff in my area, which puts unusual competition in this area.
Yeah. That something's going on in my area too, man. It used to be like perfect for collecting, man, for me especially, because it literally felt like I was the only one collecting within like a 5 mile or not, excuse me, like a 30-mile radius around here. And all of a sudden somebody either moved in or they're making the drive out here. Like I said, I saw a guy the other day with an entire shopping cart full of toys just there at the he had all the Star Wars, all the clearance figures, like all the like UFC clearance figures and stuff. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you could just tell.
What's real shitty about that is some of those guys will actually buy a clearance toy at one store, and they'll take it to another store and exchange it and get it at full price, basically.
That's so gross.
Yeah, people find all these little loopholes to make money off of mass retail like that, and it's shady, super shady.
That is really gross, man. I could just tell too, and it was worse because it's like him, and then he's got like his lady, and she's got 2 kids and like the other cart. And I'm like, man, this is horrible. Ooh, Goober says my Walmart still has the 2-pack of Foot Ninjas. I never saw those.
Wow. Yeah.
The movie ones?
That's cool.
Yeah, I never saw those. I'm not an army builder kind of guy, but since, each one of those turtle packs has probably come with like a dang cartoon foot soldier, I've got 1 extra one. I think I have 5. I have an odd number. Because I think it's 5. Because I bought the cartoon SDCC pack or NYCC, whatever it was, for the cartoon turtles. And it came with 2 cartoon foot soldiers. And then I bought in 2 of the packs. I think it was Casey Jones and April, and they both came with a foot soldier. But whenever I bought the big pack, the Comic-Con pack, when it came in, one of my foot soldiers was broken in half. Now, when I say broken in half...
No.
Oh, well, it's kind of funny, because it's kind of telling on myself. Look at this. This is wild. I got to show it to you to see what I mean. Let's see, which one was it? Ah, here we go. Yep, right in front. Oh, lucky boy. So yeah, I sent him a picture and I was like, hey, this is, like, he came out like this. This is how he was. Just like this. Which a dab of super glue around here would have, fixed it. I literally had the busted, but they sent me an extra one. Like, that was awesome. They sent me an entire, foot soldier. Yeah, I was like, dang, thanks, NECA. And then I gave them heck for like all those hand, So yeah, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I got that extra one, so that was kind of cool. So I ended up having, 5 foot soldiers, which is crazy because I don't army build, but I accidentally army build, I guess. It's crazy. I still can't.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those I really like the battle damage ones.
Yeah. What are they called? Like they have a name for them. Smashed and Thrashed, I think. I think that's what they call them.
Nice.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
The one The one that came with Casey Jones, I was really impressed that that little wire holds him up.
Me too. I was like so worried when I got that. I'm like, this is gonna break. There's no way.
Yeah,
And
because it's NECA. As
well,
soon as you
yeah,
open it, you're like, oh no, it's going to break.
yeah. I was just
And
waiting
you
because
get
I was
it, and
like,
you're like, what's going on here? Is this magic?
yeah. I was like, is this? I was like, I swear it's gonna be like some hard brittle plastic. It's just gonna break right out the gate. And sure enough, it didn't. It's just hanging out. Also, I haven't done anything with it. I just put it on the shelf, and that was it. But oh, I did buy something cool today though, or the other day. I didn't get a chance to
What'd you
show it.
get?
Didn't get a chance to show it to you. Check this out. Pretty cool. You know those tech deck, those skateboards?
Oh
Little
man, you
fingerboards?
become a tech deck guy?
Well, no, check this out. This they told me about this in my in the Discord.
What is? It's a sewer drain?
Yeah, dude, look at this. So this is a DC Direct
Nice.
Red Hood. Look at this size.
Man.
Isn't that awesome?
Turtle Dio.
Dude,
Time to
straight.
build a Dio.
This was 12 shipped on Amazon. And
Nice.
it actually opens up and turns into like a, you know, you can do like a half pipe kind of deal, which
Yeah.
is really cool. So to actually, yeah, if you open it up, it comes with like, if these were painted, like you got some like kind of cool pieces of wood. They've got like a wood grain sculpted into them. And then you got like a ramp, and then there's like this little piece of like concrete with a metal. I don't know. This was cool. Like for $12, I was like, jeez. It's a pretty good. Yeah. It's the size of it was amazing. I think if you cut the back off of it too, it'd be really cool. Like cut it down the back here, but it's also got like rubber stoppers on the top and the front. So whenever you lay it down, it you can. I guess people
doesn't interrupt your kick flips.
people people do that with their fingers.
I've got a funny story about tech decks.
Please tell.
I went to a resale shop, and I always look at VHSs because I want to find like old kung fu movies and stuff to watch on my tape player.
Cool.
And I thought I hit the jackpot. I saw Jackie Chan movies, and I went, all right, Drunken Master, and one of the early police stories, just a bunch. And so I grabbed them. Well, I get up to the checkout, and they were all like 50 cents each. So I just bought them, went to my car, and then brought them home. And I'm looking through the cassettes, and one of them said Fingers of Fury. And at first, my brain goes, oh, that's probably some crazy-ass kung fu move. And I open it. It is a VHS on how to use tech decks. It's amazing.
I really thought that was going to go.
You thought it was about to be, oh, all right, stream is over.
This guy started talking about Fingers of Fury. That's hilarious. Did you watch it?
I haven't yet. I haven't.
Yes.
I have it set aside. I don't own a tag deck currently, so maybe.
Oh, I can hook you up.
At some point.
I got some. Actually, you know what's funny? I actually went on eBay the other day and I bought another one. I wanted a longboard for Donatello. So I want all of my.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually went out and bought some the other day because I finally was like, they come with red, orange, green, purple, and like, all the Ninja Turtle colors for wheels. I was like, that's perfect for turtles. Put those, put the right one. So I found some. All I need is a set of orange wheels right now and I'm set. But I was like, oh, it'd be cool to get like Donnie a longboard with, purple wheels.
Donnie would ride along.
Yes, he would, dude. He's perfect for it, man. And I was like,
he's not about. He's
chill.
not about trick.
Yeah, but then it would probably have like rockets on the side or something.
There you go.
Although he's like the most apt for tricks though too, with his bow staff. Oh man, Plunderlings are here. I love it when the Plunderlings show up.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of Plunderlings, I mentioned this and showed this off the other day, but the Simpsons props that I'd found were like perfect for all the Plunderlings and stuff. And look at this. I found this today.
Ooh.
It's a cannon.
Perfect.
Oh man.
It'd be
It's
awesome
so
if
cool.
a Plunderling fit into that.
I know. So I thought of that, dude. If like you could just actually, I bet if you popped like the legs off, which with some heat they would pop off. I'm not gonna try and pop them off, but if you popped them off with some heat, I bet you anything that little area right there they could fit down in it. And they're so. I think that's one of my favorite things about these guys is how cartoony they actually are. When I started going through looking at like I don't know. You've got Fortnite. You've got nothing beats the Simpsons stuff. Honestly, they're just like so perfectly crafted. But then I found this is so wild. So I've got how many of these? I think I've got four. I think I've got all four here. I've got the what were they called? Like Homer's bowling, the Pin Pals or whatever they were called. His bowling team. Um, they made figures of those guys, and they all come with bowling balls and bowling bags. And this is wild. So they also sculpted the finger holes into the bowling balls, and so you've got these open hands for the plunderlings, right? So look at that.
Right.
Look at that. They
And it
like
fits.
yeah. They fit right in there. How about that?
Man,
Isn't that cool?
that is awesome.
It's so cool, man. I'm still killing myself right now that I didn't buy those dang aquatic versions. It's so
I
stupid.
know they could have been hanging out with Aquaman.
I know.
Doing with your life, Bill.
I feel dumb. I feel so dumb doing that. I was like, dude, what'd you do? I don't know. Wasn't thinking right.
You got your favorite one though. You got Cheddar.
Cheddar is dope, man. Cheddar, nothing beats Cheddar. Oh, and I love so their little backstory is so funny when you read these up. I feel like they put more time into Cheddar than the others, and obviously so have I. But he check this out. This is my favorite accessory because he likes to eat. It's one of his favorite things is food. Check this out. Got a nice got him a nice little chef hat. All you need to do is pop some magnets or metal in there, and then pops right on. These things are these things are amazing.
Do you have any magnets you could use?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got those really. I've got
Like neodymiums.
Yep. Those really awesome ones. I bought
These things are great.
these guys right here.
Or neodymium, whatever the heck they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah, yeah. These things are freaking crazy, man. They're so strong. They're strong enough to like connect through your hands. Like that's wild.
Oh, no.
That's wild. But yeah, these I just haven't had as much fun with figure like I have. And then I got the Inspector Gadgets stuff in.
Did you finally open them?
I did. I did it real late last night when I messaged you and I was like, dude, I'm beat. I was sitting here and I fired up like some YouTube and I was just kind of watching some YouTube and I decided I'm gonna open up. I was literally watching a GQ interview on Danny DeVito breaking down his most infamous characters. So I was watching that and I was like, I'm gonna open up my Inspector Gadget.
It's about time.
I know, man. So, and yeah, I do wish there was more articulation in the other ones, but this right here, the Quimby, is the coolest thing.
So how articulated is Gadget?
Gadget, even Gadget's semi-limited, but he's got just what you would need. He doesn't have double elbows or double knees, but he's got like joint like this. It's got a swivel in it. So kind of like his knee goes about that far, which you don't need a whole lot from Gadget when it comes down to it. But yeah, enough to where I can get him talking on his phone with his hand. He looks good. His little
Nice.
hand phone or whatever. And then he's got this the eyeglass, little magnifying glass, and it totally works. Like, it even magnifies, like, so you can get some pretty cool shots out of that. He's got swappable faces, swappable eyes. Quimby's even got, you could pop him out of that trash can, swap off his arm, and put the pipe hand in it. It's awesome. It's
So did they sell just Gadget by himself?
yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know I don't know what he comes with, but I would assume everything that's in that box, dude. He comes with. This right here is wild. He comes with like the full setup of the helicopter, like all in pieces.
All in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, he's cool, man. And Brain is cool, Penny's cool, but Gadget is obviously where the money is. But I wanted all of them. I'm glad I got them all. They're perfect renditions of them. like I said, I really wish Penny and Brain had articulation. Quimby, you don't need it, but Penny and
Well,
Brain deserve
I
the
mean, Brain, he
Brain.
puts in all the work on the show. He's basically the hero every time.
Yep. Yeah. I see some guys talking in here about are y'all looking for Plunderlings? Are you looking for the Discord? I think I can probably put that in here for you guys. Um, Give me a second. I can hook y'all up with that. Bill Maru, would you have gotten the green or the blue drench? Both. Not a freaking question, Chrisman. You know, you gotta sometimes I guess take the loss. Oh, here's I've cut off Corey real quick. Hang on, guys.
Oh,
Corey, you're still here. I just I'm sharing this screen over here, so now you're not being seen. Create an invite. Copy the link. Let's fire up Corey again. There he is. There he is. There you go. The Plunderlings are awesome. It's funny, man. Like for such a smaller company and whatnot, the customer service is out of control. Like they're so good, man. I don't know. I know I talk them up a lot when they're here and when they're not here. I think I can't wait because they've got to be counting those days for that second run to come through because they know as soon as that second one drops, it's gonna freaking skyrocket and it's gonna be awesome. I've seen from people from from Way to Darius to Shartimus, like all these people getting a hold of them and are just like 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. These are the best. These are the best. I'm like, yep. That's all they needed right there. And now people are just clamoring to get a hold of those things. And then plus the fact that they were so exclusive really is making people go crazy. The price on eBay is stupid. So dumb. I'm like, oh my gosh.
As the Mythic Legions collector, I know. Yeah. I know how ridiculous some of the Kickstarter stuff can be.
Oh man.
There are certain characters who, if you miss it, you'll be kicking yourself from then on.
That's where I am right now. I'm like, dang, dude. And I saw the price on there. I'm like, well, I don't think the Plunderlings would want me to overpay on eBay, so I won't do it. I just won't do it. But dang, yeah, they were dropping like over $100 for like the exclusive, and I was like, ooh, I was like, I'm gonna throw up. But you know, so you could. I hate the fact that you can just see that some people just bought them just to flip them. That upsets me, because I don't know.
Yeah, but that has to be rewarding to some extent for. I know. As a company, you want to be able to sell the product straight to your customer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you know your figure level of collectability or exorbitant, fees like that, where you look at it and most collectors are going to say, I wouldn't buy that. It's still a good feeling knowing that you have something that's kind of worth that much.
Yeah. They said, I hope we get better at meeting demand. Dude. Yeah, the demand is real. The demand is real. You guys are really fantastic. I'm just really... All I gotta say is, I'll tell the Plunderlings right now, Tinker better be wave 1. I want Tinker so freaking bad. God.
So what is Tinker?
Tinker looked obviously like the one that was going to be making like bombs and stuff like that, and
Oh, nice. Is that part of the Plunder Longs?
No, Tinker was supposed to be a stretch goal, and if I'm not mistaken, he was next. I could be wrong, but oh god, it looked so good. That was a shame, man. I wanted that so bad. And then they had the Fawns, which I think you'd really buy down on. Had like Fawn Plunderlings. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you guys are awesome.
So he was a little...
Yep.
He was a fawn?
Yes, they had the little hooves, and they had like little horn heads. Man. Yes, exactly. But I got a feeling we'll be seeing those.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, they were just adorable little things. I was like, there's something so cool about them being so like they're these cute things, but they're mischievous enough to where they get away with, I don't know. they look like these characters that are currently in the Ninja Turtle comics too. So they'll work well on everything. I was like, dude, yeah, dude. Waiting for Plunder Beast. It's cool, man. Seeing them just kind of drop all these and everybody's freaking out over them. So it's easily one of the coolest things I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen a Kickstarter that it was successful. It didn't reach everything, and then to see the after demand of people just like freaking out over it, I love it. I love seeing that people want them. That makes me excited, and then to know that their customer service is great. And I've never seen a company like that respond so quickly. Not just to like, because like I said, I had like a slight issue, like I was missing a pair of hands. Right, no big deal. It happens. Right. It happened with the articulated icons and whatnot. I get it. And sure enough, man, I even told him, I was like, I mistakenly ordered two of the same color, thinking that these two figures were the same color. They weren't, you know. And then they're like, oh, what color did you need? I was like, well, I wanted a light gray pair. I got two dark gray, but whatever. And they send me a light gray pair. I was like, oh my God. Are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. That's nuts. That doesn't happen. Yeah, that doesn't ever happen, man. It's just like, oh, sorry. But
well, like your was that a Toka arm?
A Razar leg? My Razar leg?
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, NECA. We'll send you a whole new one. You're like, all right, a new figure? Yeah, you wish.
Yeah, they're like, we'll send you a replacement, is what it said. I think I was just, that's as foolish as thinking that it's complaining about, like, Todd McFarlane not giving us the Spawn we wanted. And he's like, I said I was redoing the old Spawn, that's what I did. It's like, you know what we wanted. You know what we wanted, Todd.
For that thing?
Huh?
You're still waiting on that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be, apparently.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what they said. It's like, the people who ordered the 3-packs are going to get them last. So, the more money you spent, the longer you're going to wait.
And those are probably the largest base, right?
Yeah, I imagine.
Jeez. Well, you know, I thought about this earlier. I had pre-ordered those San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from Hasbro last year, and I don't think those come out till March of this year.
What was it?
Was it the Hellfire Club set?
Oh yeah.
And the indoor.
Wait. You don't
set.
You didn't get your Hellfire Club?
So I got it like day 2.
Oh.
And of course, I got a thing that said it's coming in March.
Oh man, that's a cool set, dude. But dang, is your indoor also late?
Yep, same.
At least you'll get them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Dang, that's crazy though. At least they were like enough to like. Go ahead.
What's that?
Oh,
they killed the interest on that indoor set because then they dropped a wave of them.
Yeah, that's kind of crappy. Like, hey, you could buy them and they're accessible too. Like, it's not like you can't find them anywhere. Yep. Do you get anything? What do you get
at GameStop?
Do you get something else though? Is there something special that comes with the pack?
There's a speeder bike and then an Ewok with that set.
Okay, well the speeder bike's awesome.
Yeah, is it different? Plus it's one of the Ewoks they haven't released yet. So
okay, well that's cool. At least you get that.
Yeah.
Something different. I wonder if did they have Carrie Fisher a different Oh, excuse me. A. Marto says, where the hell is my shout-out, Bill? Don't ignore me. We were talking about you earlier if you would have been here at the beginning of the freaking stream, Anthony.
Hey, those Jedi Luke heads are up. The ones you were asking me about.
He says, I will find you. You live close to me. You know exactly where I'm at. You have my address.
All right. It's fine. He's on the 3rd floor. We'll just put bricks in front of his door.
We're putting bricks in front of your door, Ant, until those masks are done.
That's right.
And don't go selling my masks on, like, some secondary market, man. If I find out.
Right on Mercari.
I'll end you. He's sending all the broken ones. Nah, seriously, though. Anthony's, some of us have lives, Bill. What do you think we're doing? Me and Corey are sitting here trying to make the toy world better. I can't get over. Right. I can't talk to Anthony. Like, as soon as I try to say something nice about it, he says something like that.
Oh man, he's always saying stuff like, "Oh, I like The Big Bang Theory."
Yeah, he does say
It's
that. Or
terrible.
Two Broke
And
Girls
then
or
he
something.
follows it up with stuff like, "There's nothing wrong with Batman versus Superman."
And then he's like,
Oh no.
I love you. Man, nobody hit that man
Yeah, and then he
up.
tells
Don't
people
talk to
that.
him about nothing. Nobody talked to Anthony about nothing. No, but seriously, guys, that my buddy Anthony in here, A Marto, he's actually doing some 3D prints. He's learning 3D prints, doing a pretty damn good job, really. Some pretty cool stuff coming out of there. Trying out different types of resin. He's using something called 4K resin on my mask right now, which get them really, man, they look crisp. They look really, really nice. So that's going to be exciting. Corey's got a cast of a one that was perfectly done, so he's casting those. Do you have those? Did you do one in clear?
I did. Yeah, let me see.
Here's a little preview for you guys. Sorry to put you on the spot like that. I should have told you beforehand. I just now thought about it and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to show, whet that appetite a little bit. People are asking for them. It's really cool. I appreciate you guys. I think that's the coolest. I'm glad that you guys are interested. I think that's awesome.
It's super hard to tell with this casting and acrylic resin.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It needs to be casted in a color so you can kind of see what's up with it.
Yeah, a lot of the
Let's
guys
see.
were asking if it could be cast in orange before, but I don't know if you got that or not.
Yeah, I could probably mix up some orange. Let's see what figure I got. I can put it on.
Get ready, guys. It's about to get heavy in here. Heavy. Bro.
Yeah, I got a buff naked man we can put it on.
Yes, that's what exactly I want. Look at that. Look how good he looks. I love it. You can see the little blob behind it.
Yeah, the blue tech.
Yeah, that's a clear one right there, guys. But that's this coverage. Look at that. That looks, oh damn, that looks so good. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Awesome. What's that guy? You got like a what's that bag over there in the left? I see like a big bag of heads. Is that just a bag of heads?
Oh, it's yeah, basically.
Wild.
These are some Hellboy heads that
Oh, those are a secret project. Huh?
the art of Sabadom on Instagram sent me these Hellboy 3D prints that
Mhm.
I've molded and casted. And these are actually going to be a project that hopefully we're working on sooner than later. But he sent me
I think the
all these different expressions.
I think the Plunderlings are familiar with the art of Sabadom.
Yeah, I think they do. I think Saba might have worked on the Plunderling stuff. Let's see. Here's a grit and teeth.
Oh, move it over just a little bit to your left. There you go. Cool. Look at that. God dang, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fitted for the 1,000 Toys Hellboy.
How cool.
Now, I don't know if it would look good on the Mezco. I doubt it because of how realistic the Mezco looks.
Mm-hmm.
So these would probably stand out like a sore thumb. Let's see.
Yeah.
And I've got a bunch of casted heads in here that is all stuff that
they said Sabadom
I set aside for later.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Saba's awesome. It's
super cool.
So good. Yeah, insanely talented.
Yeah, that's some. I saw that he did that.
He actually worked on that. The Ghost.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
he worked on the that. What did you call him? The Eye Ghost.
Oh, I don't know what he's named. He's just a Ghostbuster ghost. I don't know. It's just like the eye popper, that purple one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just always remember that ghost from when I was a kid. Love that thing.
Man, I wish I had a painted one sitting around. But I do have the original print here. This guy.
Oh, I just love it so much.
Yeah,
God,
that's a face that only a mother could love.
Even then, she might have
Yeah, even then.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna kick that one out. I see. I see a Hobbit back there. You mind showing that off to everybody? I don't know how
You
many.
got one?
Look at that.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, Corey sculpted this. That
Yeah, I did my best. I was mashing clay.
Corey, I don't know. It's okay to like be humble, but that is amazing looking. There's no getting
It's good
around.
enough. I wish that I would have found a way to articulate it.
Well, I mean, you got to start somewhere. Jeez, that right there is enough to like give the fans of that art style something that they cannot possibly find. You know, that's
Yeah,
insanity.
I've had some people reach out, and it was interesting because I put it on my Instagram,
Hmm.
and I still occasionally get people that are like, "Hey, what's the deal with this?"
Yeah,
Uh, I think people are under the assumption that I bought it from a company or something.
it looks,
Uh,
dude.
uh,
It's that
and
good.
it,
Yeah, that's all right. You can
I
just take the
looking at it,
compliment.
I can see, I can see all my little errors. Uh,
Look at those people up
yeah,
there.
I've had people ask me about it, and that that is purely a passion project. That is something I grew up on. That I
Oh,
think you were telling me that the last unicorn
yep,
was your
yep.
Rankin
That was my
Bass
ranking.
movie.
I had them both, but I loved the Last Unicorn, man. I watched it until the tape wore out.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
yeah. I guarantee you, I killed a Hobbit cassette. I had to have. I watched that so much growing up.
yeah. So I don't know. I think people always think, oh yeah, Corey, does a really good cast. He's really good at casting. I was like, don't think that this guy doesn't have more secrets up his sleeve. That's some
Nah, no secrets, no secrets.
that's amazing.
He
Yeah.
came out all
Oh,
right.
that would be so cool, man. If that's what we need, man. The cat. That's it. The next Casting Cave Kickstarter. Just a whole line of hobbits, different hobbits.
Oh man,
See.
so I would want, if I had like a dream toy line,
Hmm.
it would be the Rankin Bass, Bilbo, Gandalf, and Gollum. Like
Oh,
just those three, I could be content. I wouldn't want Thorin or any of the dwarves. And Smog is just a dream.
well. I mean, I think
You know,
we've proven. I think that there's a market definitely for those things. You know, might not be a
I
dream,
don't
but it's just about
I
rights,
don't
right?
know.
It's all about
You
rights.
never know what the yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Uh, that's one of those things where not only are you dealing with Rankin Bass, but also Tolkien.
Oh yeah, that's. Well, I mean,
They're
are they
super picky.
are they okay? I didn't know that. That was you never know. Carol Ann Stanko
Yeah.
says hello, hello. Thank you for showing up. It's always cool to see. I don't know. I get different names and whatnot that pop into these, so it's always cool. Oh, Anthony says your mask looks better than the ones he's doing.
What? Oh, I didn't.
I mean,
That
all he
was
did
just
was he
captured
just
from 3D
cast it.
print.
He just cast it, Ant. Maybe you should work harder.
Was that from Anthony's print?
No.
Well, that came out real clean.
Yeah, no. The one that I sent you was actually Tyler Stark Harrell. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
he works with a Smash Lab, and I had talked to Smash at the beginning, and I was like, he's like, what can we do for you? You know, like just something literally like as a favor for me. I was like, well, I was like, I see you're doing all these 3D prints, and I remember asking him, I was like, I sure would like to get my mask done, and he's like, well, let me talk to Tyler. And Tyler was down
Yeah.
and whatnot, and I was like, are you serious right now? And so he worked it up, man. Tyler crushed it. That was really, really good job, man. The Yeah, and the only thing he couldn't really nail down was like the little drips that come off the side of the mask, you know, on my logo. Which I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I mean, that's kind of like more of an animated look. It looks good on paper, but if it's physical, I don't think it's gonna work as well. So I was like, yeah, let's just leave that part out and let's go for it. And I have no regrets, man. He did a really good job. And now with Anthony, and then he was kind enough to let me purchase the file from him. I know how some artists, could be. I mean, it is my logo. I have rights to the logo, so
Yeah.
it's like, well, but I would like to pay you for some, just as an artist to artist, or as, just to show some respect. I'd like to pay you for it. So he was cool enough to sell it to me for a pretty cheap price. And then I just sent it over to Anthony, and now Anthony's sitting there playing with it, learning his 3D prints and whatnot. It's really, really cool.
Well, the problem with you having a mask is that now Odious needs a mask, right?
Uh oh. No.
Yeah.
No. Look how cool that is. That's awesome. I love that so
Yeah,
much.
I gotta shrink it though. It's kind of big.
I would keep some at that size. That's awesome because it reminds me so much of those big old '80s masks, man. That's super cool.
That and have you figured out how you can go about
String?
outside of using just sticky tack? What would you use to fix the mask to a head?
Uh, the only thing I could think of doing, and it's not permanent, unfortunately, but it'd be like there's two things you could do: either super glue a piece of like stretch magic to the back. The problem I have with
Yeah.
stretch magic is over time, a couple of years or
Oh
whatever,
yeah, it'll overstretch.
it'll break,
Yeah.
just straight up break. Or you could possibly put a wire on the back and not attach it on, just attach it on one side and not attach it maybe on the other, so you could just
Oh,
bend
so
it.
it just kind of
Yeah,
clips around. Yeah,
I'm sure there's
that's
other,
not a bad idea.
there's probably 1,000 ways we could do it, but yeah, so far
I wonder what would people want?
I don't know. So whenever I mean, that's what the chat's for. If you guys have any ideas as to what you want, you can always, hit me up. Not to mention, once I get them, more ready and I can do some product shots with them, I'm going to ask people kind of what they want because they'll be in my hands and I can do whatever they would like. And then I might be able to put up different tiers,
Right.
it's like not painted, painted. Do you want a string attached? Do you want like an elastic string or something like that? And plus, with all the ones, Anthony's got a bunch of duds that he's like, yeah, you can have all the duds. And so I could play around with that. See, like Chrisman there, he said, I'd like to
Yeah.
paint and fit it myself. So, that's the cheapest option, obviously. And I hope people,
Really?
yeah, I hope
Yeah.
I want to see people, like, I would love to see people paint it like the colors they want to see. Like purple and green for like a Joker mask or red and blue for like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like something cool. But if you
Yeah.
wanted to paint it to look like Crewmaru, then paint it to look like that. That's fine. I can obviously paint it to look like Crewmaru. I won't be doing custom paints. I will only be doing this kind of paint job. If you want to paint it differently,
Oh, only
yeah,
Crewmaru.
that's all I want to do. I don't want to do. I don't want to fall into something like that. I am not. I'm not. I'm not casting cave over here. I can't pump out paints like that. I'm not.
Hey, I
I'm not
don't.
built for that.
Yeah, but I get it. I get wanting to paint something a certain way.
Yeah.
Like these Duros heads. If somebody was like, "Hey, will you paint them
Green?
green?"
Yeah.
It would feel out of place. And
Right.
also, I've spent a little while working on the color palette I wanted to use on these.
Right.
Um, so it'd be hard to shift into that.
Right. I want to be surprised. Like I want to see. Like Clayton. Clayton said he wants to paint his as well, so that's great. I want to just see.
Nice.
I think I want to be surprised, but I'm also not opposed to painting it in these colors and sending it off. And if you want somebody else to paint it, then get somebody else to paint it. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
It's more of an experiment for me. I thought it'd be fun to do that. I think after that, I'll probably start doing some T-shirts because people have expressed interest in those.
Good.
It's crazy. Like I didn't, I
Right
wouldn't,
on.
I didn't think people would want stuff like that. It'd be cool. And then I would love to get. What I want to do is make a shirt that has like all of my guests, like their logos on it, or just
Oh yeah,
or like a bit
yeah.
like a tour,
Well,
like a tour shirt or something like that.
that would be hilarious.
And
Like
like
if you had
Casting
The
Cave.
date?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've got all the dates,
yeah,
on
all the
YouTube.
news.
So yeah, Captain McKay and stuff like that. Craig Warwick, he's going to be on February 20th. That's going to be super
Yeah,
cool.
I love Craig.
Oh, me too. He's just fantastic. He's sassy too. That's why I like him so much.
Yeah, his responses on Instagram are hilarious. He cracks me up.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's great. Man, I've been working on this thing for a minute now. I forgot how long these take. Replacing a peg in the Mafex Spider-Man leg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just a very tedious. If you want to, I'll zoom in here. Replacing this peg is just kind of a. Oh, Billy Moon with a $5 super chat said, "I want all the Crewmaru merch." Well,
Nice.
Billy's getting a mask for free already as well. Once we get those in, I already told him he's getting a painted mask for free because he gave me my first ever super chat, and
Nice.
he continues to drop super chats. So I got to give him something back. That's what I should do, man. I'll be like, hey, look, if you do big super chats, you get a mask. It's like, that is so wrong in every form.
So did Billy catch the last Tuesday Night Live on Unparalleled?
Knowing him, probably, but Billy, you want to answer that? Did you catch the last Tuesday Unparalleled live stream? Let's see if he's got it. Takes a minute.
Oh yeah,
There's a little lag.
little bit.
Just a little bit of lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Daniel H, he's fine with using blue tack. He also said hello earlier. Sorry, Daniel, I didn't mean to pump you out there. We were sitting there talking, but he said hello to you as well. So,
hey, what's up?
See? Daniel's actually almost always in here. If I'm not mistaken, he's always in here. Very, very kind fellow. Man. Tell you what, though, these days off I've taken... He said, yeah, but he had to leave early.
They were joking about Wade's funeral would be Patreon members only.
That's so messed up.
And somebody said, yeah, and Billy Moon will do a super eulogy.
Super eulogy. He'd be like, Wade gave us so much. He hated Deathstroke. He loved Bigfoot. And he was just good.
$5.
He was good for the entire community. Also, Walmart is trash. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
That would be Billy Moon. He loved beards. His favorite Ninja Turtle was Donatello.
Oh man, that'd be the worst. Somebody shows up to your funeral and sneaks to Raphael in your coffin door.
Me holding just like my dead corpse clutching a Raphael toy.
You're like, he really loved Raphael.
Like, oh my god.
His favorite.
It's his favorite. It's all over his room. I don't know.
You know, when I was little, I loved Ninja Turtles. I'm not as crazy about them nowadays, but when I was little, I loved turtles. And one year, I think my aunts and uncles, they all knew that I liked turtles. So all of them went out and bought me a Ninja Turtle toy. So I got like 4 or 5 Ninja Turtle toys. Mm-hmm. All 5 of them were Baxter Stockman.
No! No!
Actually happened to me. I remember having a bunch of this Fly Guy and thinking, like, what the hell? Not one turtle.
They both bought you Baxter? That is so funny, man. Do you really like Baxter now, or do you just despise him?
No, fuck that stupid fly.
Dang it. Oh, on that note, Christmas says, gotta go now, but I wish a great stream, big smiley face, with a, looks like a £5 Christmas super chat. Thank you, Chrisman. Appreciate that, man. That's
That money.
awesome.
What money does? Who can't use that money?
That's awesome, man. All that money goes to Google. Thank you. Oh
Right.
yeah, I actually haven't checked on my I haven't checked on the old monetization in a while now.
They took it away. You didn't stream for like half a week. They took it away.
That's it. I try to keep everybody
Yeah.
actually caught up in it because everybody here basically, they're the ones that did it, you know, and I like to try
They're
to.
responsible?
They are. They're responsible for this.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Remind them they are to blame
Yeah.
for the monster they've created.
This is me now. Now I'm like just all I do is like swim in giant like Scrooge McDuck. That's just me every day. Because I'm
Nice.
I'm so rich now. I have to Google
That poor
constantly.
duck.
How
He
do
would've broke
I?
his neck.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, he would have died. He would have been dead.
Yeah, immediately. I remember when I was little, I thought that. I was like, oh my God, what?
Yeah, he's gonna die.
Money is like water?
If he does, yeah, you can't do that. You would die. Don't jump into.
Don't do it.
Don't do that
Yeah.
because you will die. Let's see here. I don't even know how to check that anymore. Whoops. I wanted to like do that. I should have probably had it ready. I'll check it later. I guess it's gonna be. Oh, my estimated revenue is at a smoking hot $58. So thank you guys.
Oh, you are rolling in it.
I think it's.
Jeez.
I think it's got to get.
I don't think you're supposed to tell everybody.
Oh. Oh yeah, because now everybody's gonna hit me up.
Now they're like, hey, you made $58. Could you do my repairs for free?
That's like I think you gotta get I think you gotta get up to 100 and then they'll like pay you probably 12 cents. I can't wait though. Whenever I get that first check. Man.
Yeah, you're gonna spend it on more toys.
Man, I'm gonna be no. I won't. I don't think so. I think what I want to do is put together honestly a fund for that's specifically for like merch and stuff.
For like handicapped toys, like crippled toys.
Okay, I would.
Is your figure in a wheelchair? And it's like a picture of like Xavier.
Oh, like make a commercial.
Yeah, for toys that are disabled.
I think you're
handy
going
capable too.
Handy capable is the right terminology. I don't think that's what I want to. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I do like the commercial idea. Now that you've given me that, see, I can always take something positive and spin it from you. I can always.
That's right.
I can always try. I can always rely on you. Oh, Julian. Hey, what one thing in your life can you always count on? A calculator.
Oh.
A calculator, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that one, Julian. Thank you.
I don't get it.
What's the one thing you can always count on? Calculator.
I was gonna say dinosaurs.
That's what what I'm gonna do. Whenever I get paid, I'm gonna buy a soundboard.
Just download the Duke Nukem soundboard, and you're fine. You got everything you ever needed.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. Like,
that's right. Perfect.
I'll just get like all the wisecracks from Gex 1 from PlayStation. They're like,
oh my God!
Just a bunch of
do not.
A bunch of outdated, just awfulness.
That sounds awful. Yes.
I'm doing it. Perfect. Perfect. We're doing this. Ugh. Just a bunch of bad Johnny Carson impressions.
Yeah.
I remember they said they had the guy that did the voice was a comedian. They said, but I don't know. I think that term was used very loosely. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, very loosely used. I don't think he was very funny. Not to mention, not to mention back then that was rough because it was like you didn't have like that much memory, so it was like you had to keep reusing the same bits over and over and over
Joke
again.
over and
Yeah,
over.
it's like, dang,
Yeah.
it's tail time. It's tail time. It's tail time. I'm like, boy, is it. Although, if somebody puts out an action figure of Gex, consider it bought.
It's gonna go right in the landfill.
Just gonna fill it. No. I'll buy it. I'll buy a Gex figure. Why not? I'd buy any action figure from like a video game, I swear.
How weird is it that we still don't have the perfect 6-inch Solid Snake?
That's absolutely astounding in my opinion. It's like Figma's close. Right? You don't say, you went so quiet. You went so silent for a minute. I was like,
Sorry. It's okay.
Yeah.
That figure, maybe I got a dud. Mine flops around like a vintage toy. It's useless.
No, that is common. That's very common. I got lucky, apparently.
Yeah, you probably got a good torso joint on yours.
Yeah, I got very lucky because I've had to fix them for people. I got a taste of what that's like when I got that kit KO from a guy, but
oh no,
oh man,
wait, did somebody try and get you to repair a knockoff?
No, they had a bunch of figures. He's like, hey, could I drop the price down on these repairs because I fixed a bunch for him. He's like, I've got a bunch of figures I don't want. Would you want those? And I can maybe drop the price down. I was like, let me see. And so he had all these figures. He didn't tell me it was a KO. So I was like, ooh, I'll take that snake, yeah. And I got him in, and I was like, oh man, this is such a KO. I did get some pretty cool stuff though. He did hook me up with like the DC Direct Red Sun Superman, which is just a gorgeous sculpt.
That's kind of a rare one.
And he had the flag too. I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. But Julian, I'm about to kick you out of this chat if you do that again.
What?
He says, hey, how do you get the door unlocked when you have to go to the bathroom? With a do key.
Oh my.
He did it again.
He did it.
I told you. Haunter Dream says, psh, I need a Bayonetta pit fig. There is no 6-inch of her at all. Bayonetta's pretty cool, man. I gotta admit, she's a pretty cool character, which they try to make her cool, but I don't know, she just kind of is. She's one of those chicks that I'm like, she could fit in the Castlevania universe, and I'm okay with that. Trevor asked, did either of y'all
played Bayonetta?
Oh, it's wild. It's kind of like, it's very wild. Do you ever play any of Devil May Cry? It doesn't seem your style at all.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
It's not. I don't think you'd like it. I don't really like them either, honestly, when it comes down to it, but I do like the style of Bayonetta. I think she's cool. But Trevor asked, did either of y'all pick up the Lim Toys Ahab? I didn't, but I believe Corey is still waiting on his. What version do you have?
I have it. Oh shit! I think mine was the one in the middle, the $100 version. I pre-ordered that sucker sometime last year, and I still haven't received it yet. Is it good?
Yeah. Do we have anybody in here that actually has Ahab? And if you do, did you get the $100 version?
Or just any of them? I want to know if it's worth the shit to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, does anybody have any version of that figure? And if so, do you like it? Because that would be interesting to see. I think I know somebody that has it. I thought somebody in our Discord had it. It showed pictures, but I've seen it before. I've seen somebody out there's got it.
Yeah, Jay did a review on it.
I'm talking like normal people.
Oh,
not
normal people.
not reviewers. They're not normal
Oh,
people.
non-reviewer. Just
Nah, reviewers aren't normal people.
oh
Mm-mm.
shit.
Sorry, they don't count.
They look at toys all the time.
Right.
They have a
Like,
different
I need somebody that doesn't just that doesn't review.
I need to hear from someone who threw it in the trash already.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's Anthony's Customs at?
Yeah.
Get him on here.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could. I
I
wonder if I could get him on here. I wonder if he. There's no way he wouldn't do it.
Live streams on his channel.
Oh yeah, he'd do it on his channel. He'd be like, "Come on, man, do it on mine." This is a small little small support small business, man. I got a. So I bought these. Oh, I didn't even get to show you these the other night. I pulled them out. Didn't get to show you. Check these out. These are my These are my new little mailers that I'll be shipping out my masks in.
Ooh,
yeah, right. They're orange. Right, they're orange, and people really got a kick out of these that I've sent them off on. I was like, I think these are great. But they came with like little stickers that said, "Thank you for supporting my small business." And I'm like, I'm gonna put these on there.
Nice.
They came with it, but then I also realized I'm like, man, I need to get me some tiny little Bill Maru stickers, so I'm gonna print some of those out. And
little Bill Maru stickers.
Yeah, just tiny. Well, I mean, just little ones to go on the pack.
Are pretty big, right?
Yeah, yeah. The ones I got are about like two by 3, I think. I've got magnets coming. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
Thought that would be kind of fun. So if somebody wants magnets, they'll have those. I'm just trying to. I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of cool to put like. I don't know. We'll see. Like little packs together or whatnot. It's fun to send out, especially for the people that send me repairs. I like to send them out something. Just as another thank you. Just spending all the money I make on like stuff to pay people or like to give people apparently.
No.
That's my life. Man, I really hope I finish this figure. This thing feels like it's gonna be going forever.
Which one are you tearing up now?
This is stinking Mafex Spider-Man game. And then after this, I've got like I think two broken arms on him as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, the wrist.
Do I need to put those molds back in rotation?
I think I would just need. Honestly, I think I would just need. I might as well grab them both. I was thinking just need it 1/2 because usually it's only the 1/2 that goes into the wrist. Yeah, maybe.
The mold has both halves in it.
Yeah, I just need them in like some maybe some plastic that has maybe a little bit of give, just a little bit, because those things, God, they're a nightmare. They really are. It's like you gotta. I don't know. I still don't get it, man. It's like they must have used the weakest, thinnest plastic they had in the factory for those things because it's a small peg. But I've seen smaller pegs before last a lot longer. I don't know what it is that they.
I think it has to do with how much that hand seizes up around that wrist joint.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the hole, the peg hole in the hand itself. It's because those hands are kind of made of like a softer material.
Yeah.
They heat up and cool back down. They kind of retract around that peg.
Yeah.
Which is why that peg is breaking whenever they go to bend or turn the hand.
It's very annoying. I know that. I feel sorry for people that, because I think mine broke too, or I might have given somebody mine. I think that actually might have happened at one point. I think I didn't have my Iron Man wrist peg method yet, which is funny because I'm running low on those. So yeah, it might be time. Those things are amazing though. Whatever plastic those things are, like that Hasbro plastic, those things were the old. It's like the old 2-pack Iron Man. That awesome yellow and red one with the Howard Hughes looking Tony Stark head.
Right. Yeah.
Had that cool part in his hair and whatnot. I really like that.
That one used to be hard to get.
Yeah, yeah. And then they had the stealth version too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten a stealth of the 80th body yet, have we?
No, we haven't. That's perfect though. I don't know why I'm like buying freaking Iron Man again. I was like, all right, I'm done. I even sold my Mezco one. He was cool, but I don't know. It didn't do
The
much for me.
problem with those Mezco designs is that when you think about your hero in your head, whoever it is, whatever character, when you think of it in your head, it's almost never the Mezco design. You know?
Almost.
So what'll happen is over time, you're going to be looking at that figure on your shelf, and even if you love that figure, it still is not the ultimate version. You're going to think in your head, even years later, you're going to be like, man, why did Mezco do this? How many Batmans have they done? And they've only done one actual comic style Batman?
Yeah, it's weird. You know, I got so dang lucky with the Aquaman. He's great. He's
they
fantastic.
did a good job kind of creating the comic book aesthetic.
Yeah, with their style, which I really liked their style in this one. I was very surprised, and then to the fact that they're like, oh, also he's got this shoulder armor, but if you don't want it, you don't have to put it on. And then he's got this crown, but also if you don't want it, you don't have to wear it. All I need is that dang Baron Ben's head. Those heads, that's all I need on that Aquaman, and he's perfect. Like, that's it. Because then I've got the short hair, and then I've got long hair. Because actually, I had bought that figure, and then my buddy Edward Tao actually bought me one for my birthday. So
nice.
Yeah, he's super cool. And I've got 2 of them. So all I need is, and I'm not selling any of those. Those are staying with me. So I just want that, and then like that head on there, and I'm good. Man, if only we knew somebody with those Baron Ben's heads. Gosh, to send those off and get casted.
Clayton's looking at eBay prices right now.
He should be.
He's like, ooh.
Yeah.
I could get for this?
I could start casting and 3D printing for this. Let's do it. Especially when them babies get here, man. I'm like, you're gonna need that fun money. You're gonna need that fun money. I'm telling you, that'll be a business for you. That's cool. I think it's crazy too. That's something I've been noticing is like how easy it is to just make a side hustle, which that's the kind of the thing with everybody these days. But watching Anthony get this 3D printer, and the only thing he wanted it for was to help his friends. That's all he wanted, was to help his friends. Clayton just replied, "If only I had a plunderling." You want to seriously say, boy, I'm gonna smack him. Yeah, well.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you don't, do you?
I hear Clayton really likes cheddar too.
Yeah, I bet he does. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a real shame. But yeah, man, it's just like crazy how easy it is, like I said, to make like a side hustle. Just off of a couple $100 if you want to just, put that in and go in on it. Like, that's what Ant did. But yeah, that's what he did. He's like, I'm just getting this to like just hook my friends up and print stuff that I want. I was like, that's cool. Also, we could make you a little side cash on this, because you're going to be the cheapest dude in town. Why not? Just the other day we did like some, he had, The Mask, Jim Carrey film, but it was the old comic. He found these really cool 3D prints, but it was $50 for the
for the model.
Yeah, for the models, for 4 of them. $50 for 4 heads. Cool. I was like, dude, and he's like, he's like, I don't want to pay $50. I was like, you don't have to. So I hit up like Clayton, and I hit up Michael Wisman and George, and I was like, you guys want to go in on this? We're like, yeah. So everybody went in on it, and he didn't have to pay a dime. I was like, he's just printing them for us. Oh, yeah. I was like, sheesh, dude. I was like, that's cool.
Did he print them yet?
He printed some. He's still working on them. He thinks he wants to resize them to make them a little smaller.
All right.
Yeah.
Put the bricks in front of the door.
Yep, I know.
Yeah.
You ain't
slide
coming
a
out.
Pizza crust.
Yep. You eat that pizza crust and you enjoy it.
That's all you get. You want a pepperoni? You work for it.
Yeah, that's it. You should have known. That's how it was going to work.
Like, this is how Bill Monroe's Titanic started.
Mm-hmm. Just a kidnapped man in his own house working for me. Yeah, you think I started? You think this is easy, Ant? Nope, you're wrong. Get back there and work. I don't think you. And you know, you're not gonna get anything to drink. It's done. Not until it's done, and I'm happy. You thought we were friends until we started working together, and then you realized real quick. You're horrible. Trevor says Rectangular said an Iron Man wave is coming later this year, and Stealth will be a part of it.
Nice.
Wow. There you go. There's your Stealth. I always liked Stealth Iron Man. I would like a Exo Man of War, man. I would love to have him. I love that design.
What, that was Valiant, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a video game called Iron.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was just a side-scrolling kind of beat 'em up, but with Iron Man and Exo Man of War.
That was an early PlayStation game, right?
Yes, sir. We used to have this place on the square when I lived in Decatur, and it was like called Videos Etc. And it was weird. It was a weird store. This guy that ran it was weird.
Ooh.
But yeah, he had the curtain section. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There's always like some little kid that's like trying to sneak back there.
Yep. But he had like the best video game options. It wasn't always like just the most. He had like random stuff like Exo Man of War or Iron Man Exo Man of War. And so that's how I got to play that. I was like, this is freaking awesome. His name was Steve, and he wore Hawaiian shirts. He was a larger man.
He was a larger man.
But yeah, he had good video games.
Don't discount his Hawaiian shirts. It is a style.
I'm not. I'm just saying that's how he wore them. He had glasses and his hats always looked like they were too small. Like he had a flat.
He had a fat head?
No, he had like a flat head almost. Like the hats were like right here. I'm like, how does that?
Oh.
Luca Rock says, "I'm just amazed at the talent in the community. 2 guys are awesome." I think he meant you 2 guys are awesome.
Us?
Yeah, me and you.
I try.
He's complimenting you. Oh, there you go. I don't know about Mezco, but a Turok figure would be great. Oh,
yeah, that would be tough for Mezco. He would just have pants on.
Yeah, and with the breastplate. Oh, but I'd want both Turoks. I'd want the like the more Native American, like the standard with like he had like the feather is in his hair and the longer hair, and then the young version. You gotta have the young version too. Oh, Turok, good one, Luca. Man, I haven't thought about him in a minute. Yeah, that would be cool, dude. That would be pretty dang cool. I love that. A Turok 2, man. I played the heck out of that game. That was like one of the first games I played that had like big head mode in it.
Big. Oh, yeah. Man.
I was like, this is kind of funny, I guess. We played Turok 2 till the wheels fell off, though, man. We loved that the multiplayer in that. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, we used to play the heck out of those games.
I don't think I ever played that one.
Did you play the first Turok?
I don't remember.
Dude, so Turok 2 had a gun called the Cerebral Bore. And it was like this little cannon that fired out little, basically, from, oh my gosh. Why is the tall man? Why, Wishmaster? No.
Phantasm.
Phantasm. God dang. That just split my mind. You know the balls, those little killer balls from Phantasm?
Yeah.
It was
I
like,
never knew what the hell those actually
it was like those, and it would go and like stick in their head, and then like all their juice would come out of it. I was like, oh my god, and then it would blow up.
Oh, their juice?
Dude.
Whoops, you lost all your juice, buddy.
Dude, yeah, it was like, and just, I was like, oh, this is horrible. Ugh.
And then you do it again.
Luca's like, anybody remember Malibu Comics?
Yeah. Didn't Marvel buy Malibu?
What characters were in Malibu Comics?
Oh, I I could not
I
tell you
don't
who
know.
came from Malibu, but I think that's where there is a book. There's a Marvel book that got its title from the Malibu stuff. I couldn't remember off the top of my head though.
Doesn't Marvel own Angela from like the Spawn comics now, too?
Yeah, Neil Gaiman brought her over.
I wonder how Todd McFarlane feels about that.
I mean, that's his fault. He gave Neil Gaiman the ability to retain his characters from when he worked on Spawn.
That's kind of cool of him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Neil was like, "Yeah, you can have her. God,
He
please."
probably made a nice little bit off of Marvel for doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that she got a figure, and that was nuts. I was like,
I
man.
felt like they gave her a figure, and then I never heard about her in the books
Right.
again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, where did she go? I was like, did she like? I don't know. They had like felt very like short lived, like you said. Figure came out. I was like, cool. Like back in the day, whenever like a cartoon would come out, and like like the Mighty Ducks or something like that, and they'd have like all these figures or biker mice, and they only had like what a
Yeah.
season or two.
Oh, yeah, it was real short lived. Kind of like Pirates of the Dark Water.
Yeah, yeah. That was going to be my next example.
Yeah,
Pirates
where you
of
have this
Darkwater has a
awesome
video
quick
game too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if
Oh,
it's any
yeah.
good. I don't think I ever played it, but I think I've got it on my my Raspberry Pi, so I'll have to fire that up one day. That's what I should do one day is do like, oh, I could do that. I could actually fire it up. I could put my I could fire my Raspberry Pi up into this screen and do a stream of video games one day. Just like fire it up. There's so many random games on there. Like I've got like the Spawn video game, not the PlayStation one, but it was like the Super Nintendo version.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's
I
pretty
didn't even know
dang.
there was one.
It's good. It's actually really good. It's just kind of weird.
Cool.
Luca Rock says, Casting Cave, dude, please paint up an angry Wolverine head. Your stuff is great for brown costume 80s Wolverine.
Angry. The angry Wolverine head that I had on my site? Or which one?
I think he just wants to see an angry Wolverine head, just in your painting style.
This is one that I took the patch Wolverine, and I hated for some reason with Legends, they always give all their characters eyes that look like they're floating towards the sides of their head.
Yeah,
Anyways, I yanked the
codes.
faceplate off that patch Wolverine and completely resculpted the face.
Man, that looks awesome.
It came out all right. This is my angry Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, he said, yes, the one on your site, but painted.
I actually did some of these a while back. I need to do some more.
That thing looks awesome.
Of course, I would like to do. I need to talk to Fanplastic about it, but
yes,
I would love to do more of his Wolverine head. This one, and there's a classic one that he sent me that is really, really good. Let's see.
Apparently, Lucas, I guess, bought from you before. Oh, he says, sorry, the Screaming Wolverine head.
Was that the masked one? Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The one that came on the black shirt, Logan. I don't know if I have a mold for that one anymore. There's a lot of stuff that is on the site that when it goes up, I kind of test the waters and see how well it'll do. And if it doesn't do as well as I want it to, sometimes I don't bring it back immediately. And that's the case with a lot of stuff where I'm kind of getting a feel for what people actually want. And with how many Wolverine heads there are, I put that one up, and it didn't sell very well at all.
Oh, really? Got a Posable Production says, huge fan of your work, Casting Cave. Just got another in a few days ago.
Awesome, thank you.
There you go. There you go. Oh, you know what? That's what I probably should do is put up your site so people could check that out. That would have been smart to do at the very beginning. Whoops.
So this one sold pretty quick. This is the Fan Plastic, his original Wolverine head design. And this one is super, super clean. If I get a chance, I'm going to ask him if I can do another batch.
Oh, yeah. God dang. I cannot wait. Dude, I want to see those Nightcrawler heads, bro. I want to see that. I want to see you paint every one of the freaking things that he has, though.
I'm curious if he'll send me just a neutral one or if he's going to send me like one of each. That would be kind of cool.
I think if he knows what's good for him, he'll send all of them.
I'm gonna message him. I'll tell him, hey, Bill
Yeah.
Crewmaru sent threat to me. He said that I wasn't gonna make it if I didn't tell you to send every Nightcrawler head you've ever made.
Yeah, ever. Send them all.
Ever.
It wasn't a threat. Don't say that. I can get in trouble for that.
Promise. Oh my god. Then I have to explain that. Like, so he did what?
Yeah.
And he's gonna kill me.
Look, I need you to.
If you don't.
Just here, look. I don't want to type it out because I don't want proof. Just call me. Oh, somebody asked earlier. I just kind of remembered it. They said, "Who is your favorite Sith?" His,
Mine or yours?
your. I guess either one of us. But I'm interested. Who's your favorite Sith? You're a big Star Wars guy. That's a.
Well. We all know who's numero uno, right?
Oh wow, that's it. There's no question about it. Vader's got it.
Yeah, Vader's the man, and it has to be Vader. It's not Anakin, you know.
Oh
like,
God, no.
Anakin's one of those things that we all try and forget, unless it's Clone Wars.
Right.
But OG Vader, he's just the best.
Yeah, that dude was scary.
Oh yeah. I did really, really like how Darth Maul was handled in Clone Wars and Rebels. I thought he was great in those.
He's got one of the coolest weapons for sure. So
I always felt like that bow staff thing. I always felt like whoever designed that, the first guy that created it is probably not around anymore. He's like, check out this cool thing I made. And he tried to do a flip with it and cut himself in half.
Yeah, and some other guy was like, probably don't do as many flips. I think, that had to be like a hell of a like design process. Like when you go back and think about it, it's like, okay, if you drop this and the hilt bounces and it you could lose half of your body. Right, okay. And somebody had to be fancy with it. They had to get cut. I'm like, yep, there it went.
Right in half.
Right in half. I'm like, damn.
That was the audition process for Palpatine. He just had them come in with their homemade lightsabers, and he's in his chair. He goes, show me, and they do stupid flips and accidentally cut themselves in half. Finally get to Maul, and he seemed pretty competent.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't going to get cut in half.
Yeah.
Palpatine was scratching his chin going, I don't think this one will be cut in half. Sure enough.
That was it.
Sure enough.
And who would have thunk it? It's like, oh. What happened? He got cut in half. Damn. You should have known. But you're supposed to know these things. Can't see the future. He was turned into some sort of Darth paste. Ugh. Don't say paste.
So Luca was saying that Christopher Lee is the man.
Oh yeah, dude. Dooku.
I love Christopher Lee. He's so good.
He's asking, do you think it's cool that Maul came back, or is it corny?
I like the that return of Darth Maul arc. I think that was one of the highlights of Clone Wars.
When does that happen? I haven't gotten there yet.
Season 3, I think, is when
Ooh,
that
yay!
starts.
I'm right there in the end of season 2. Cool.
Yeah. So you should be pretty close.
I need to get back into that show. I've been watching
It's
Archer.
slacking.
I've been
Did you
watching
make it
Archer.
to the arc with Mortis, the planet Mortis?
What happened there?
There's the planet that Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka get stuck on. Um, that's like it's all force sensitive.
I don't know. Maybe not.
You need to get to that episode. Those 3 episodes are amazing.
I have to check it out.
What's cool about that arc is it kind of dips into, I guess, what is like the deities of the Star Wars universe, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
It's really weird. I don't know. I would like to know how much George Lucas contributed to that story.
Okay, I'd have to check it out.
It's really good.
Like, I just, like, would want... I really want, like, Dash Rendar to come back into some kind of medium. I want to see more of that.
Like, I want Kyle Katarn.
Yeah, I'll take anything, like, of characters that aren't, so oversaturated. And I like, don't get me wrong, I love, there's nothing wrong with Han Solo, nothing wrong with Chewbacca, but I want to learn more about new characters than learning. It seems like the more you try to learn about old characters, the more angrier Star Wars fans get. So I'm like, just give us some new stuff. That would be fine.
It would be nice to have. I think the direction that Mandalorian is going and its spin-offs will help the Star Wars universe because we can take characters who don't really have as much of a limelight. I think Ahsoka is the exception to that, and that's just because you can do so much more with her. She's that surviving character from the Clone Wars.
Right. And you and Luca, he says, anyone even remember the original Clone Wars cartoons? He says those were
so... ones?
Yeah, apparently he said those were so special in retrospect.
Yeah, the Tartakovsky Clone Wars cartoons are amazing. Those cartoons made Grievous into a threat. He was monstrous in those. And then in the Filoni Clone Wars, Grievous is kind of goofy. He's kind of this dastardly villain who's always getting foiled and then running on his haunches to get away.
Oh, God, he's annoying. I'm like, are you okay? Did they ever show what he looked like before he was a mess?
They made a figure of him before he was turned into a robot.
Really?
It was in I want to say that line was called the Original Trilogy Collection or something like that. And they had all these great EU figures in that line.
Oh, cool.
One of them was General Grievous before he became a robot.
What?
Yeah, super cool looking figure.
That's awesome. Did not know that.
There's a lot of stuff that I guess it all comes from art that they had done prior to, and so they can kind of pull kind of like the McQuarrie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that there are tons of people who would want, like, if Black Series did a McQuarrie Vader, that would be one of those figures that people would be fighting over to get, just because how much everyone likes that design.
Oh, cool. Let's take a look at that.
Now that they're doing, well, I guess tomorrow we'll see. There's a rumor that Hasbro is going to be doing a Star Wars Legends, their expanded universe stuff that's now considered non-canon.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rumor we're going to see a line, and they even had 4 figures that they teased. A shirtless Darth Maul, a Luke that they're saying is going to come from Heir to the Empire, and then Karner Jax, the leader of the Royal Guard, And then the fourth one was that green bunny rabbit guy.
Yes.
Jack. Yeah. The original Bucky O'Hare.
Heck yeah. That's exciting.
That's kind of cool if they have that sort of range to the. I mean, you've still got to have characters who are, I guess, what you call like OT.
Yeah.
So like Arnold, Jax, and Luke would both fit into that original trilogy era stuff.
Yeah.
And then Maul is kind of EU prequel, and then Jackson is just a weird EU thing to begin with.
That is so cool. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I'd buy him in a heartbeat.
I'm kind of amazed they're making that character because from what I understood when I first learned about him back in the day in the comics, back in the day, people would write into Marvel talking about how much they hated Jackson.
Really?
Like he was Jar Jar before there was a Jar Jar.
Oh, is he like silly or something?
I didn't think he was silly in the comics. I just think that people hated him. They hated the concept of this big green bunny rabbit guy.
But they're okay with like a Bigfoot kind of screaming or a giant worm or...
Right, they're fine with a Wookiee. Just don't bring any bunny rabbits.
Yeah. Interesting.
Hey, people hated Ewoks back in the day. They thought that when Ewoks were in Return of the Jedi, they treated Star Wars like it had jumped the shark.
I remember hearing about that. I remember I used to have an Ewok when I was a little kid that like you squeezed it. It had like a little hoodie on. It was like a teddy bear, but you squeezed it and its eyes lit up. Like little, I remember that.
They had great like if you squeezed it, he vomited on himself.
Oh, God, no. Why? Why are you ruining this? I love that thing. It's great. It's like a little teddy bear glowworm.
It's like an Ewok. It's an Ewok you have to feed, and then you squeeze it, and he just spits up on himself.
Like
that would contribute to the weirdness of Ewoks. That's what we need. Is something just utterly disgusting about Ewoks that we probably didn't need to know to begin with.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
there it is.
What do you mean they eat half their young? Gross. That's terrible. Why do they do that? Nobody knows.
Amazing. That's what we're just gonna start a wiki page with weird facts about Ewoks.
Nobody asked for this, but you're getting it.
Yeah, that's it.
You're gonna get this weirdness that's happening right now. It's like, I don't understand why you.
Why do you keep talking about Ewoks? Why do you have a page dedicated to this?
Who asked for this? You're getting it. This is what you get.
Oh, yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do about Jeff.
Oh yeah, man. That is awesome. I'm surprised like there's not a big calling for that for after Mando. Is there not like I mean there's got to be somebody wants that, right?
I guarantee you. Yeah. Did you get any of the Mud Troopers?
No. No,
I never did. I say Mud Troopers. It's just a Han figure, but
yeah, the Solo.
Yeah, this is what I want to do next. I have to figure out the color match for this gray for his armor, but yeah, I'm gonna do a batch of those.
I think that's really cool, man. I can't believe they don't have. What I meant was, I guess I'm surprised that Hasbro didn't put those out in timing. Like, it feels like I don't know.
Oh yeah. Hot Toys dropped one. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like, everybody's waiting on a Bill Burr figure, and then it's going to be even hotter just for that episode alone.
Oh yeah. I would buy a Bill Burr figure in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think that's probably top of the Mando list right now. Gosh, that is nice. I cannot wait to see that painted.
Yeah, I was trying to find what the best looking Anakin head is, and I hope I'm not in the minority in thinking that the Hot Toys doesn't look anything like Hayden Christensen.
Oh, yeah?
So this is actually the Kotobukiya head.
Very cool.
And the scars and everything are on the face. It's really good.
That is awesome, man. That looks really good. That's done. I'm going through, marking off what I have and what I don't have done, and there's a lot more to do. than there is done.
Oh no.
I got some more stuff in today too. I got some in from D Amazing and my buddy Jaime. He had to send me these oh, what are they? The Shao Kahn figures. Ooh, is that for the are you doing Mythos?
Yeah, so that's the Mythos head on the Figure Arts body.
God, I need that freaking Figure Arts body, dude.
I think it's compatible. I don't have it on hand, but I bet it's compatible with the Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan as well. I have. Oh shoot! I don't know where I put it. I do have the Phantom Menace Obi-Wan, and it'll fit that body.
Okay.
Did you get any of the Figure Arts Obi-Wans?
No. They're expensive.
Yeah, a lot of those. What's weird is Bandai has re-released a handful of their Star Wars figures. Like they re-released Luke, Han, Darth Maul. Oh, who else? There's a few, and then there's some that they haven't re-released at all, like Chewie, and that one seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
They need to put out Qui-Gon again, even if it's a web shop for exclusive again, as long as I have a chance to get him.
Right, just to be able to get him.
Yeah, because that's a character that, even though he doesn't have as much of an impact on the saga as, say, Obi-Wan or Anakin. His presence in Phantom Menace is almost the saving grace for that film.
Right.
That film still has a lot of flaws to it, but Liam Neeson is wonderful.
Man, yeah. Watching that original trilogy the other day was like, gosh, it's kind of like pulling teeth.
Oh, watching the prequels.
Yes.
It is tough because there's a lot of decisions that I feel like George Lucas went unchecked, and he definitely needed somebody who could step in and go, let's not do that.
He should have not done so much. It's like, God, this is rough, man. This is like crazy. I don't know. That I think it's funny too because I'm like, I know that they were able to watch or they were able to make good films back then. So that's what threw me off. I was like, man, why didn't they do it with these? But then I liked part 2. I really liked the Attack of the Clones, which I hear people didn't like as much. But I'm like, it kind of throws me off.
You were definitely in the minority there.
Well, of course, I like the new movies too. So maybe that's something why I don't know. I don't understand the hate. But ooh, this is a fun one. Look at this guy. This is kind of rare. It's a Golden Gomez.
Oh wow! I didn't realize his body was yellow.
Yeah, it's very golden. That's cool. What in the world? He's got like some kind of weird. Oh, there's like a. He's got like a weird, like on the shirt. The shirt's got this weird elastic that goes around, like from the front to the back. So it's like, I guess to keep the pants or keep the shirt look like it's tucked in.
So Hot Toys are like that. That Hot Toys Jedi Luke, for whatever reason, Hot Toys puts Batsuit on top of the bodies underneath the clothing. So I saw a buddy of mine on Instagram showed me that he had removed the fat suit from underneath his Luke. Mm-hmm. And after he did that, his Hot Toys Luke could pose all over. Ooh. And I had to see. I was like, okay, this is an expensive toy, and I don't want to have to take the suit off of it, but I want to see how well it poses. Yeah. So I took the costume off, and the shirt, it has this weird elastic that straps on like a jock strap. And once you get those straps off over the legs and everything comes off, that fat suit's easy to take off. But it's terrible. Once you see it on the figure, it reminds me of you can't unsee like Mrs. Doubtfire or something. Yeah. You're like, what is going on here? This weird suit.
Hello, Vader. It's like, this is wrong in all forms. How'd you get so chunky, Luke? I was like, what? Did you happen to watch that video I sent in the chat the other day? The guys that did a different Luke. They tried to do a different one for the Mando scene.
Yeah, I started watching it. That was the those guys normally break down like martial arts in films.
Yeah, and special effects
Um,
and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
like
think you
them.
showed me those guys before,
They're kind of
but I
cool.
watched the video.
It was.
Uh,
They did a pretty. It just seems like if they had the budget, they would have crushed it.
the face looked good,
The
but
expressions on the eyes
there's
and everything.
yeah, the hair was killing it. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
which is kind of funny because everybody was going off on that, and all I could think of is that poor guy that came in that day to do their haircuts. That they said, he's like, really,
Right.
like, I did what I could. They didn't give me any heads up. I was like, dang, the poor guy. But yeah, man, it seemed that's the funniest thing was like that was the one thing I noticed. The first thing I noticed whenever they brought out Luke on Mando was like, why is his face like soft and like not really in focus? It felt like it felt like
Yeah.
you were watching him on a
Yeah.
VHS, and I'm like, that's not right. It looked cool.
I think anytime they do those de-aging or
Oh, they
the
look weird.
the face transplants like they did with Peter Cushing or with Leia, all
Yeah.
of those always feel well. No, I take it back. In the Marvel movies, they look great.
Sometimes I thought Michael Douglas was pretty good, but
Yeah,
the Tony Stark or the Robert Downey was kind of weird. His mouth.
I
It's
still
always the
think.
mouth.
I think. Well, you remember Chris Evans when he's skinny.
Oh, that was
They're
amazing.
using his face, and that came out really good.
That
So
was
what?
amazing.
I don't know. I'm curious what the disconnect is there because it looks really good in the Marvel movies, acceptable in the Marvel movies, and in the Star Wars movies, it's like, oh my god, what are you guys doing? You're killing me.
Yeah. Same company too.
So they're talking about having Vader, or at least Hayden Christensen is Vader in the Obi-Wan series. I'm curious
Mm.
if that means we'll see a CG Tarkin again.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh yeah, Clayton's right. The Kurt Russell was really good in the Guardians film. That was really, really. They said that they didn't have to do a lot to him. Um, they just
Really?
it was more makeup than it was CG. But
Wait,
Kurt Russell just happened to have like a good bone structure to work with with the makeup. But yeah, they didn't actually have to do too much
huh?
CG for him. It was more makeup, which
Man, that's really
yeah,
cool.
that is actually yeah, Clayton, you're right. That is probably the best one I've seen. He did look really, really good. Nothing looked off on it. That's the one you always see something. You're like, man, what is it? What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be like the lips? Is it gonna, yeah? Somebody brought up Jeff Bridges and Tron. Oh,
Oh, that was terrible.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
bad. That was bad. Just get off the grid at that point. Sheesh.
I did like that movie though.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
right when we
Tron
bought our
Legacy was
house, I
good.
want to say that's right when we were moved into this house, and we had a dish or direct TV or something, and it was one of those like HBO free weeks or free weekends, and Tron just hit, and I watched it probably 12 times. I was like, this is awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just kept watching. And then the fact that it was done masterfully, composed by Daft Punk, they did such a good job. That is a great soundtrack.
It did have a really good soundtrack.
They did good. They did real good. They didn't they took it on as a project, as in a film, not as a Daft Punk album. And I love that. They did such a good job. Yeah, that was cool.
Sean Marshall was asking, what do we think of younger Nick Fury and Captain Marvel?
Oh, I think it looked really good in the face. it was Nick. It was Sam Jackson trying to act young in his body. That it was like watching John. Was it John Wick 3, where both of them can't run. They're just like they. I'm like,
We're watching Keanu, and it's like, okay, this man is definitely in his 50s.
yes. And Sam Jackson, what's he, his 70s? Is that right?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
He's up
Yeah,
there.
he's
So
getting up there.
I thought he looked really good. Coulson looked great. I loved that they really all they had to do was just kind of powder him up and put more hair in the front. And I thought he looked really good.
Right.
But dude, yeah, those guys' ages were showing. Yeah, Nick was having a hard time. I love that movie though. I enjoy it. one of the three people that liked it.
Yeah, you're definitely you're on the other side of the fence on that one.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't like people that have opinions. I think a lot. I think
that whole movie to Monica.
Oh, hey, some
I
good stuff.
have-
Some good stuff's coming.
I know that my opinion on that is like, I'm the like probably the worst reference point for that. Like if somebody's like, "Hey, do you like Captain Marvel?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Yeah.
They're like, "Okay, which one would you like to see in theaters?" I'm gonna pick Monica, just because I don't really have an attachment to the original Marvel, and I don't really have an attachment to
Danvers.
I already forgot her name. Yeah, Danvers Carol.
See, I want her as Miss Marvel. That's what. God, she was a.
Yeah.
Those comics were amazing. Yeah, but I think Monica's in Vision, WandaVision.
Oh, neat.
I
Cool.
think that's that. Have you been watching it at all?
So I watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh, you got to see 3. I'm telling you.
Oh,
That's
man.
like you said. You said it's taking a while. That's when things heat up. For real, for real.
Cool. Good.
Yeah, like the story's beginning. And so,
Yeah, with those, I can tell they're doing like a slow burn on that, mainly
Yeah.
because I'm sure that with WandaVision, honestly, how much can you do with those characters before you have to bring them back into a big movie?
man,
So
yeah,
it kind of smells like you see it and you're like, I think I know what they're doing here. I think what they want. Same thing with Winter Soldier and Falcon as Captain America. With those series, they still want to use those characters in the big movies,
Mhm.
but we need a way to get them from point A to point B before we bring them back into the
Sure.
next Avenger.
and now right now it's smart to keep the cast and crew smaller, and especially during COVID and all this stuff, and they're doing a pretty damn good job, man. I love WandaVision. Like I'm enjoying the heck out of that just because it's fun to see Vision more. Nothing against Scarlet Witch because I love her, but I don't think Vision just always seems like a background character to me, and I'm a fan of seeing those characters kind of get the light.
It is nice seeing that Vision has a range.
Yes.
Because he's so. How would you describe him in the Avengers movies?
I hate to say it, robotic.
Right.
I mean, that is, he just is. They didn't get, yes, hello. Yes, I'm very Vision. I'm like, okay. And seeing this in the book or in the show, which I'm pretty sure it's not him, but still, it's fun to see him be the way he is right now. Like, because Vision's a badass. I mean, there's no getting around how amazing that character can be. But yeah, he's been kind of shoehorned in. And I feel like the same thing happened to Falcon, too, in the movies. I love Falcon, but...
And
Hawkeye.
to me is the highlight. Falcon gets more room to breathe than Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Like, even when they were like, oh, we're going to bring Winter Soldier back in Infinity War, I was kind of like, you guys already have Falcon, why do you need Winter Soldier?
Right. Like, can we just, please? And Hawkeye, another one that's just like, who? What'd he do? What'd he do? Although Hawkeye for me has always been kind of funny in the comics. I'm like, he's got arrows. Like, how does he hold? I don't know, man. That's like people that like Batman. I'm like, that's not a superhero. That's a dude.
The other day, whenever you spotted these in Walmart, did you buy any of them?
Nah, not my,
No.
not really my thing.
Ah, you should have just got him. Ten
Well,
bucks.
you know how I am with the Predator.
But
It's
they
like I
didn't.
like Predator,
They
but
didn't
it's
get
like, eh.
anything on their back.
Oh, it's
He's
pretty
cool
cool.
though. Sadly, I don't know if this says anything about the about the company, but this figure is super fun. But he reminds me so much of the Mythic Legion stuff, like big time. His articulation layout. He has the same torso joint as a Mythic Legion.
No kidding.
Yeah, so all of his ab crunch is at a ball in the chest.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess that makes sense. And I will say this: had I been a kid, those would have
Oh
been an
yeah, yeah.
instant buy. Like,
Oh yeah. Pharaoh was dogging on me. He's like, "What are you doing buying those baby toys?" And
oh, well, I mean, this just
to
the price
me,
point and what you get. It's awesome.
yeah, to me, this is something that it's about as close as we're going to get to 1/12 scale predators.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about a character that's over 7 foot tall in his full outfit.
Right.
That's pretty close to what we're going to get. Um, it's still, I would love to see Monstars revisit the Alien and Predator stuff.
Yeah.
Just because I want an import company that will make Aliens and Predators in 1/12 scale.
Right. Those look pretty cool, though. I mean, I won't lie. When I saw them, I was like, these are really cool. But yeah, not just didn't. It's not for me. But I could see as a Predator fan, as even the big ones looked cool. Like those really
Yeah,
big
yeah,
ones, I was
the
like,
big
dang,
ones.
those are kind of cool. Yeah, those are pretty neat.
Yeah. The Alien kind of sucks though. I was hoping it'd be cooler. I got it. Um, Out of the box, he had some loose joints, and he doesn't have as much articulation as the Predator.
Oh,
The
really?
Predator doesn't have that much to begin with. So.
Sure. Yeah, they did look really cool, man. And I could definitely see why somebody would want to buy those, especially being a fan. But I think it's cool that they did them. I think it's really cool that those are there on the shelves, and that whoever owns Predator is like, yeah, go for it. Like, do them all. It feels like they're just
Somebody,
it's crazy.
there was somebody I was talking to the other day that was annoyed that Lannard was making Predators to begin with because they were looking at it from the standpoint of who are these toys for? And what they don't realize is that growing up in the 80s and 90s, we would get toys on the shelves for rated R movies. Do you remember like Starship Troopers, RoboCop?
I don't remember Starship Trooper figures. That would have been amazing. But I remember RoboCop like crazy.
Yep.
What was that blue? And you remember the yellow dude from RoboCop? He was yellow with the blue, like, looked like he had like one of those where you put the earmuffs on or whatever, the noise cancelers. And
oh, dude, I can't remember.
You put the.
I remember I had in that line that you're talking about. They all had the little cap gun on their back.
Yeah. You opened the deal on his back and popped him in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And if you hit it, if you pulled it too close to your hand, it would burn the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, every time.
Yeah, I love 80s toys.
Yeah, right. They're dangerous. But yeah, you're right. We did. We got stuff like that all the time. Like crazy things like where you're like
Alien, Predator, and then RoboCop, Starship Troopers. I want to say that Commando or Rambo. There were a bunch of movies, like rated R movies, that had action figures that were on the market, and it wasn't so much about it wasn't about enticing a child to watch a rated R movie. It was just a good product.
I think they also knew that kids were already watching them. There was no.
Yeah.
It's like so.
It's like, well, we can't. We can hope there's good parents out there, but let's be real.
Yeah,
a lot of parents make mistakes.
Man, Luca, you're on my wavelength, dude. Said Charles Bronson figure. Yes.
I would love to shrink Charles Bronson head.
Do you have? Is there one?
I don't know. I've never seen one. I do have
Oh,
a Charlton Heston head that I'm
oh,
shrinking.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, man, I would
Oh, look
love.
at what Sam Bandai needs to update the figure arts Luke torso.
Oh yeah,
I've got him. I got him right here.
look at that.
Uh, the torso works pretty good. I think the problem is the pants are made out of like a harder material,
Mm-hmm.
so it's hard to get the legs to pose the way you want them to. That the shoulder things should be made out of softer plastic. There's a bunch of stuff that could be not mixed medium, but mixed materials.
Yeah. Don Draper says the Death Wish series is one of his favorites of all time. Mine too, man, because he reminds me of my grandfather. Like he has his hair and his like face shape and everything. So every time I saw it, man, every time I watch that first one, he goes out with that damn bag of quarters. Just comes home and whips it around, smashes all those coins everywhere. I was like, man, Charles. I was like Charles. And then after that, he's just murking people in every single movie. I'm like, dang, he's not. There's no rhyme or reason anymore. He has no reason to be doing this. He's just
We
killing.
watched me and the roommate watched a movie called 10 Till Midnight. It's a Charles Bronson film,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure that American Psycho takes a lot from that movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a handful of moments where the serial killer is chasing people butt ass naked, and every time I'm like, this has to be inspiration for American Psycho.
Right.
But yeah, that was an interesting film because Charles Bronson he's a cop, he's a detective, um, but he's not on a killing spree like he is in Death Wish, so it's kind of cool.
Man, yeah, he goes hard on those movies. It's always funny too to see Jeff Goldblum as one of the punks.
Oh yeah, he kills the shit out of him, doesn't he?
He spray paints the girl's butt. I'm like, what is going on? That's what punks used to do. They used to break into your house
Guy
and
right here.
spray paint your
This
butt.
is my favorite figure arts right now.
That guy's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah,
And what's that again?
it's Momotaro's from Kamen Rider Deno. Yeah, I love this series. It's a weird one because in Kamen Rider, there's sort of the trope that the main guy is always like Mr. Heroic. Every one of the Kamen Riders is always like the good guy, the ultimate good guy. And
Sure.
in Deno, the main character is kind of a coward. So it's interesting to see his progression from being this like wimpy guy to actually being a Kamen Rider in the series.
Oh, that is cool. A little change there, a little development.
Yeah.
Cool. I do not watch. What are those called?
Tokusatsu.
No, I mean like what are those shows called like that? Senpai or
Well, so Sentai is the Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
So that genre is called Tokusatsu.
Oh, okay. I'm very ignorant on that stuff. I have no idea
you're
what
good.
it is. I know
You've never watched any of the Ultraman stuff?
I watched a little bit. I think when I was younger, and I never really bit down on it. I didn't like live action as much when I was a kid. I was more like I want to watch a cartoon.
That and what was available, like
Right.
at least the Ultraman stuff that I saw when I was little, was Ultraman stuff that was being played here, but it came from the 70s. So it was like old stuff. The monsters look corny as hell.
Right.
It's hard to grip into that when you're little, because everything else looks so current and fresh.
Right. Yeah, that was always an issue for me. It was funny, like, because when I was a kid, like, I did like King Kong, and I love Ghostbusters and whatnot, but like, I didn't like Godzilla. I don't know if it was like just the giant monsters. I loved King Kong because he was like, he was it. He was the only one.
Cause he monkey.
Cause he monkey. Yeah, he monkey. That's it.
Yeah, he monkey.
He monkey, and yeah, I liked him. I don't know what it was. I was never a Godzilla kid. I couldn't get into it. Nothing against him. I don't hate him, but just
Wait, you? I mean, we're close enough to the same age. Were you excited when the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie came out?
Uh, I think I was more excited that it had Matthew Broderick and Jean Reno in it than I was about
Yeah.
Godzilla. And then it was like, I just remember like Jacob Dylan did like a cover of "We Could Be Heroes," and I was like, even as a kid, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, yeah, that song sucks.
I'm not my
Um,
father. I was like, I know you're not.
uh, I was so excited for that movie. Like I liked Godzilla movies already, so going into that film, we were stoked. Me and my little brother were amped for that film. Then we saw it, and I think we liked it then. But I don't know if we ever watched that movie again after that.
There it
It's
is.
one of those things where you
Yeah.
immediately go back to what you're comfortable with,
Yeah.
which is old Godzilla.
Yeah. Because then it's just classic at that point. You know what you're getting into.
Right. Oh, I was born in 1923. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Austin.
I was-
Austin's
I
a
think I was in all the wars at this point.
yeah. Made sure that we won them all.
Yeah, I was there. I made sure. I was like, you see the guy with the little mustache? You kill him.
It's like, man, you're smart. I know. I know this. I used a
There you
new.
go. I painted all the Duros heads.
Are you serious,
Yeah, I painted all of them.
man?
Because I did most of my work with the airbrush first. So this was washes.
It was actually kind of cool. The other day, whenever we were doing the Zoom test, and you took me outside, showed me the garage and whatnot. That was cool, man.
I'm sure that my air compressor was too loud though.
It wasn't. You have there's a noise suppressor on Zoom. And
Really?
so, yeah, so when you were
Nice.
out there, I could hear you talk. When you were talking, I could tell you were trying to talk louder, but you were coming through like, no big deal. I was like, yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, watching
Cool.
you kind of
That's awesome.
explain the process that you had was really cool. Like just that, especially whenever you're talking about dealing with like the Texas heat and the difference that you have to do it in. And
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, so anytime I'm doing a batch of heads, they're usually on a paint stick like this, and I've got everything just mounted up on clay, and I'll prime them, and then I'll sit and build my color palette like on these Obi-Wan heads, because the figure arts is more of he's not pink like some of the legends are.
Mm-hmm.
He has more of a peach tone in his skin. I like the skin tone on this Obi-Wan quite a bit. Let's see where I put his head. There we go. All right. So I like the skin tone on that figure, the default skin tone, a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of a cross between. So I have this kind of yellowish skin tone that I like. It's Vallejo flat flesh. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll mix that with more of a reddish tone. This is Vallejo Game Color Tan. And with those two colors, I can create a foundation that I can shade up from using this Vallejo Pale Flesh. And with those three colors, I build a triad that become my... So the idea is you have these three colors that can overlap in any combination, and I can lean one way or the other and find the color, kind of get color feel for what I want. And that gives me three colors I can work with when I have my airbrush out. So I can thin and blend and get to where I need to be.
Austin asks, why haven't you been hired by Hasbro?
Hasbro's trying to do away with the traditional painters. They're talking about doing 3D painting only. That new Boba Fett that's coming out.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a hand painted copy of that figure yet, just because it's all digital.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
I wonder why.
It's weird. So on on the Duros heads that I did, um, the triad that I used on those is this AK Interactive Burnt Umber, which I blended with this Vallejo Roll Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And so I created a sort of grayish blue from these two tones, and then my shade up is this AK Interactive Light Flesh, which basically is a white. It's so light. Be really good for eye color.
Oh, cool.
Um, and so like that was my triad for those.
Nice. That's really cool.
And then when these go out to get sealed, I'll use there's an I actually really like Duplicolor has a rattle can of a clear. It's like an automotive finish, but when you spray it onto models that you've painted, it puts this really nice hard coat.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I'll do that as my hard coat, and then I'll go back with usually a urethane matte varnish.
Yeah. That is awesome. That's such a
A
yeah.
lot of times I'll go back. So I have the matte. I also have the gloss, but I like using for the eyes as well.
I was about to ask you. Do you put that on the lips as well, or just eyes?
Um, Sometimes it depends on the character. There's certain characters where if you put that gloss there, it's going to look like they're drooling.
Awesome.
But like these, this is what wash over his teeth, and then I do a red wash, and then when I finish, I put a gloss in there. So
Oh
there's
wow.
just a little glint of wet in his mouth. It's kind of weird saying.
Interesting. Oh, I think I turned down my microphone a minute ago because I thought it would kill the Dremel, but I think it killed all the audio.
Oh no,
Sorry about that.
Austin was asking if I only use Games Workshop. I don't think I have any Games Workshop paints right now. Primarily, what I'm using are Vallejo colors, and these new guys that I'm testing out are a company called AK Interactive. Um, I really like the amount of pigment in these paints and how fluid they are. With paints, just in general, any acrylic paints, you kind of bounce between finding some that feel um, either too viscous, and a lot of times if they're too viscous, they may not have enough pigment, or they may have a lot of pigment. So when you thin them out, they're good. There are some though. Oh, what's a good example? So with black paints, a lot of times with black paints, I have a hard time finding black paint that has the right amount of pigment in it. Um, let's see. But I got a bottle of it around here somewhere. Uh, Maybe not. So this is one of my favorite black paints. This is the regular model color black, 7950. This has a lot of pigment in it. On the other hand, this Vallejo Game Color Black, this does not have a lot of pigment in it.
No.
So if you thin this paint down, it'll almost become a transparency on what you're working on. If that's what you're looking for, is a black that doesn't what would you let's see. Let's say you were doing eyebrows on a character who has black hair. A lot of times you kind of want to like set the shape for an eyebrow first. So what I'll do is I'll use a lighter color black, and I'll go in and set that shape with a black that's a little more transparent. And then I can go back over it if I want it darker, so I can kind of build up. Having just a really bold black color If you lay it straight on, sometimes it's going to look out of place, especially if you need a subtle detail like eyebrows.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I've got some of that game color black, and mine, I swear, yeah, just was it 7205 game color black, and this stuff always comes out slightly glossy.
So I'm not like the finish on certain paints doesn't bother me too much. I don't mind gloss, just because it can go from looking glossy to by the time I finish it, I've got a finishing sealer, so I can get what I want. But if you're just doing like a quick touch up on something, like if this guy who has this nice matte finish on his fur,
Hmm.
if he fell off the shelf and scuffed, and I just needed to touch up his nose,
Yeah.
I would probably go straight to this model color black, just because I want a strong color that cures matte. But yeah, that gloss finish would suck.
I'm gonna need to get that some of that.
I like you can buy bigger bottles of Vallejo. They sell like their airbrush colors.
Yeah.
This
Ooh.
is a thinner paint, but I was really impressed with how dark the pigment is.
Interesting.
And then I actually had somebody buy me. A buddy of mine gave me this as a gift. This Stuart Simple Black. This stuff is like that. It dries like super matte,
Hmm.
and it's one of those paints that you can paint on something, and because of how dark it is and how matte it is, it's like non-reflective. It'll absorb light. Um, this stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
The pigment is so strong that if I put it on my paint palette, there's a good chance that pigment will bleed into another color.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yeah. So it kind of sucks. Like you want good pigment, but you also want a good acrylic binder in your paint.
Yeah.
That way, when it cures, like I can pick up my palette and put paint wherever I want and just go. And then once this palette gets, and right now it's even covered. Once it gets thick enough, I can actually just take and peel all that acrylic off there.
That is so cool. Man, yeah, I need to get me one of those bigger bottles. I love that you can just pick up that, and that was Vallejo. Is that right, or what was that bigger bottle
Yeah,
that you had?
yeah, that was Vallejo. Luco was saying that I need to make a Chuck Norris head. I actually had. I need to do more of them. I have a Chuck Norris head of his character from. Oh, was that uh, Fist of Fury? Whenever they had that awesome battle at the end of the movie.
Very cool. I didn't know you had a Chuck
Austin
Norris
was
head.
asking if I thin down. I normally um, I normally just thin paint with water, but I will say make sure you've got a cup of clean water. Anytime I sit down to paint, I usually take my cup, wash it out, and get clean water. Um, just because if you're using any kind of metallics, good metallics will pollute your water really fast. And once you've got metallic pigment in your water that you're using to thin paints, those will get into everything. So you'll go to paint a skin tone, and then you'll notice that that skin tone has metal flakes in it. Oh, nice. Thanks, Rob.
That's awesome.
He has. He said he has the. Oh shoot! I got one around here somewhere. So, Bill has one of these too.
Oh yeah, I do. Got
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah, that was one of those where I kept looking at all the Wolverine figures that were out at the time, and I kind of got frustrated that every one they put out had a head that didn't look like the Wolverine I grew up with, and I ended up sculpting a Wolverine head. Now, it's one of those things where when you sculpt something, you're never going to be truly happy with it. Of course, I sculpted this looking at like Kubert art from the what run was that? when Wolverine had his bone claws, you know what I'm talking about, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
There's that awesome issue of Nightcrawler where he's like wrapped around Wolverine trying to stop him from going to
Yeah,
fight
go
Cyber.
freaking nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever he was Berserker, that's kind of the era. And if I could do the hair bigger, I would have. But I wanted it to be kind of dialed back just a little, like earlier on in that run.
Yeah, that's one of
But then, of course, freaking Fan Plastic comes along and he sculpts a Jim Lee Wolverine head that's fucking perfect. This thing is so good.
That is so cool. Yeah, I'd like to see you paint a Scott Summers head.
That would be cool. Yeah,
I know it's not much to that, but it'd be cool to see you like do the red eyes and whatnot.
Right.
You don't have to worry about painting pupils.
Austin was asking, if Hasbro ever put out a head that I didn't have to replace. I really like that Jim Lee Cyclops a lot. Let's see. I like Bishop a lot. I think his head sculpt
he looks great. I love that Bishop. Yeah. That the Revoltech cable looks good alongside Bishop. I know the heads don't quite match the styles, but it's pretty
cool,
yeah,
man. Yamaguchis have like little tiny heads.
But he looks good. Like that head's bigger than usual. He looks like he fits right in size with the snake. Oh, look at that. That looks good. I love those Revo figures. These things are so cool.
These are I get all the nitpicks with these figures, especially with this weird ass arm joint they have.
Yeah.
But there's something about them that's just fun. When you look at them, you're kind of like, man, this is just a crazy stylized toy. Yep. It's not for someone who wants comic book stuff. To me, this is for somebody who really
Marvel versus Capcom. Yep, there it is. Yep, exactly.
That's what that is to me.
Yeah. There's something real fun about it. And every single figure that comes out is like just perfect for that game, especially the poses you can get Spider-Man in. God, they're perfect.
Right.
And now it just makes me want them to make a Iceman. That would be super cool. I bet he'd be awesome too.
Oh man, a Yamaguchi Iceman? That would be amazing.
Yeah, I think he'd be cool because the Gambit's awesome. He's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Austin was asking what I thought about the big hair rogue. I like the colors on that big hair rogue a lot. The heads to me on well, it's weird because I do like the green and white rogue has really, really good faces, but for some reason the Jim Lee rogues both have kind of weird looking heads.
The newest one's way better than before, I think.
Like I don't. I've had the Marvel Select shrink on my older Rogue figure for a while now.
Oh, you got spoiled.
Honestly, I don't know what I did with the other one.
Yeah, I like that new one. She looks good. Way
Actually,
better.
You know who's got a? I know that you'll probably disagree, but a figure that has an awesome head sculpt. That out of the box I was really happy with. This smiling face from Nightcrawler.
Oh, I love that one.
Dude, I love it. I know you'd want the Excalibur era.
I do. I like. Man, I kind of just like all Nightcrawler. I'm really good with just about anything I get from him. But I was super pleased that
because he doesn't get as many toys.
Right. Well, there's that, and I couldn't believe that they gave us a smiling one. I was like, finally. I was like, he is the joke.
They gave him 3 heads?
Yeah. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you... I mean, he had butterfly joints. He had everything I wanted. I was like, this is insanity. Yeah. So, that's actually my favorite Marvel Legend, though. I have 0 complaints. I wish he had more hands, but that's not... You know...
Oh, yeah, they only gave him 1 extra hand?
Yeah, and I still got an extra hand, still, you know what I mean?
Did you buy the Alpha Flight box set?
Yes.
I like some of the head sculpts in that set a lot. I like
Snowbird,
Aurora, and North Star.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Snowbird looks great. I think the worst one is actually Shaman.
He's kind of lackluster, huh?
Well, I don't know if kind of like with Forge, where you have Native American characters, but they don't want to intentionally sculpt them to look
Right.
Native American because they're worried that someone's going to point at it and go, "This is racist."
Uh, yeah.
So maybe they were playing it safe because I even think that the skin tones could be a little darker, and yeah, I think their bone structure could be a little different.
Yeah, he does.
What Bill, what is one Marvel Legends head sculpt that just kills you when you see it?
Uh, gosh, it. I want to say, you know what's funny? As far as like, oh, Wasp. The
Which
first,
one?
the first one.
The short hair?
Yes.
Really?
I don't like it because I really like Wasp, and
Yeah.
that head just bothers me so much. I also the oh, what was it? There's another one I had in mind. Oh, it's kind of hard because like whenever those all those figures came out, and every single female and male looked exactly the same. Peter Parker's heads. I'm like, ugh. They just
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
look.
Well,
Ugh.
the Peter Parker head, it's funny because so many people get that one mixed up with the unmasked Jamie Madrox.
Or
That one
Namor.
multiple man. Yeah, everybody goes, "Oh, that's a Peter Parker head."
Nope.
It's actually a different sculpt.
Yeah.
Those digital designs, whoever sculpts those heads, because I think that Quicksilver's head looks just like him.
Well, one that yes, God, his Quicksilver's
Yeah.
head looks big, right?
It's gigantic. That
It's
one kills me.
so
That's the one
big.
that I hate.
Yeah. That's the. I don't. Where's he at? He's on my shelf. Did I put him on the villains side? I might have put him on the villain side. Yeah.
You don't have an X Factor display?
Well, I mean, like for Quicksilver, I have him with my mutants. With I've got Magneto, and then I've got Pyro, and then Mystique, and I got Quicksilver over there with them. Um, ugh. No, my X Factor's not there yet. Like I do have them all combined up because I got Guido and
How many?
Alex and Polaris,
Let's see.
and then
How many multiple man figures did you end up getting?
got one. That was it.
Just one?
I never found him again. I found one,
So
so I bought him.
I had two of them for a while, and I think I bought like a random lot off eBay and got a third one. And then I had a buddy that was like, I'm getting out of Legends. And I ended up trading him because I was getting out of Mezco. So I traded him the Mezco stuff I had for all of his Legends. And I ended up with a fourth multiple man. And I saw that. I was like, I was putting them on display. I didn't even realize I had four of them. I was putting them up. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I thought about it. I was like, do I need more?
Mm,
You know?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I wish I would have. The problem that I had is like I like Madrix's design when he had the black long sleeve shirt on and the green, just it was a t-shirt or it was like the long sleeve t-shirt.
Are
Yeah.
you talking about whenever he was like a detective or whatever that was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was right before he got branded.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
the
good.
branding.
I really liked the green costume he had whenever he was on Mare Island.
Yeah, that was cool too. That was that was a really cool one too.
It'd be cool if they made that one as like an army builder figure through Hasbro Pulse.
Yes, man. Yeah, and I mean, if you're not gonna give us any, extra hands or whatever, that's fine. If you just want to keep it super basic, but I think it'd be cooler if you did. Or what they should do is give us 3 heads. Like that's
like
so expressions. Each one of them's a different, personality. I think we should represent that in the figures themselves. But look at that, golly, you are a machine.
Well, I still got to cast. Let's see. Ryan will be happy because I've got to do a batch of the Revenge of the Sith, Anakin's. I'm gonna also do them for Black Series size too. Let's see where I put Xanax. Have all these like on standby so I can fit them. Do you hear that pop?
Yeah, satisfying pop.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's fitted for Black Series.
Cool, man. That looks nice.
Although this is one of those where I don't regret not buying the Revenge of the Sith Anakin figure.
Mm-hmm.
Because having the Attack of the Clones one in hand, it kind of sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of the older ones. His tunic is made out of like a harder material, so you can't really get him into like a two-handed lightsaber pose or just any of that.
Austin said, "Show Casting Cave the altar you have dedicated to Nightcrawler in your toy room." He knows.
I've seen it.
He knows
your full-size Nightcrawler bust.
He's part of it now too.
Yeah, I got some stuff up there.
You got me that. I still can't believe that. That's very rare for somebody to get me any kind of Nightcrawler or Aquaman item that I don't have. And then to get me one on card.
I almost bought you another one. Not the Bendy. I saw the Spider-Man Nightcrawler 2-pack at a comic shop not long ago.
No.
Yeah, how much? Almost bought it.
How much was it?
I think they wanted like 30.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have that one.
I saw one on eBay for like 25. So.
Okay, so it's not. Yeah, it's not like it's a well sought after. Like, I don't know. You can get those old figures for nothing. I don't think. Do any of those figures have any value? You know, the old school Toy Biz Marvel figures.
So there's this like antique store not far from me.
Yeah.
And my little brother came down to visit. And he went to that shop, and he comes back to my house and he's like, check out this, and he dumps this bag on my couch. He spent like $20 on 5-inch era Marvel figures, and they were $1 each. So he dumps the bag out, and he's just like, look, I got this, I got that, I got this.
That's Christmas. And, let's do it.
Yeah, dude, huge nostalgia bomb seeing. Because I think he bought like Forge, Banshee, just tons. He had a Beast, he had a Storm, he had a Cyclops. All of these like classic ones that whenever we were little, those were our definitive.
Yeah.
Back then, if you had a certain version of a hero, you were lucky to get the one that you absolutely, the one you remember from the comics.
Absolutely. Like trying to find Jim Lee Cyclops. I always had the dang, what was it?
Yeah.
Was it X Factor? Is that right? Or
with the white stripes.
The blue and white. Yeah, I'm like, man, nobody wants this thing.
I was the weird kid that liked that one.
Man, I did not. I wanted the blue. I didn't want Jim Lee though. I got the Jim Lee one and traded it for. There was a variant version of that one that you had that was the blue with yellow.
The skull cap.
Yeah, the one I wanted. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And so I finally got a hold of that one. I remember the first time I ever noticed a variant figure was Iceman in those figures. That one that had like the weird. He had like a little like a little shield or something that went up above his head, like maybe half an inch. I don't know if you remember that. There was two.
That the like around the time of Age of Apocalypse?
Yeah, because I think one didn't have a mouth, so it was more of the that version. But then there was another one that had like slick back hair, I think, and he had a face.
There was a customizer in the early days of Whoosh. There was a customizer that made like. I want to say he made at least 10 versions of Iceman.
Really?
And he did all the variations of that one style, the Age of Apocalypse.
That's wild, because there were so many, they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, because you remember he had like, he had these like claw hands on him?
Yeah.
They were just like big ass hands, I think.
Right.
That figure was awesome.
Yeah, those things were wild, man. That was cool, though. Oh, man, I just got to glue this arm back. Man, D Amazing hooked it up.
What you got? Is that Shao Kahn?
Nah, man. He gave me a Mafex Aquaman. The
Oh,
arm popped off of this thing, and he's like, "Hey, just fix the arm, and he's yours." I was expecting a broken joint. I just got to glue it on, and we're set.
no.
Ha! Thank you, D. As always, freaking awesome. I'm gonna mod this out and get rid of this Momoa head.
Just throw it in the trash.
It is just I don't know. You could probably paint it up and make it look. I don't like the hair on this thing. It looks terrible. It's just like a loaf of hair.
Yeah. He's kind of soft looking.
Yeah, look at that. Like that's just like a loaf of head. It's not good.
Loaf of head.
I don't like it. I don't like that at all. I love this figure though. I love this figure, but the head and neck.
Samurai Chris was saying that he's got that Cyclops hanging on his wall.
Mm-hmm.
This is who I've got hanging on mine.
Yeah, I got my Nightcrawler. Actually, I have several Nightcrawlers, but I got that. I got that Nightcrawler right there, and nothing pleases me more than that picture in the top left. That team.
Oh yeah.
That is my favorite. Like,
I think that's the Silvestri.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What are those called? The corner logos.
Yeah, those are. Oh, I love those. I can see that damn Cyclops suit outfit though.
Right.
The blue with that white stripe running down the middle of his head. Looks like a speed skater. It's so fun. I love that. I love that you wanted that one.
Who?
You like the.
Oh yeah.
Did you buy the? Did you get the legend?
Yeah, I got him.
That's a pretty cool
I really
figure.
like the Legends because he's got the alternate head with the blast effect.
Yeah, I ended up getting an extra. They were on like mad clearance for like nothing, and so I picked one up and I painted him to look like to go on the other one. Yeah.
Nice.
That looks good.
I think I got that figure for like $10.
Yeah, he's nothing. Super.
Yeah, because Best Buy went buck wild. They put all their Marvel stuff for like $10, and I snatched up. Oh, what did I get? I got Sinister, Nightcrawler, Cyclops. I think I got Dazzler because I just bought a handful of them, and I was like, "Oh,
they were all 10. You got
one?
Nightcrawler for 10?
Yeah, I got Nightcrawler. It was an extra because I have one in my display case, but Nightcrawler is one of those figures that's kind of like he's one of those hand candy figures where you get it. And you'll end up with him on your desk, posing him like crazy.
Because he's fun, dude.
And then as soon as you put him back in your display, the next day you're like, oh, I think I'm going to take that figure out and pose it again.
Yeah. Dude, I wish he had hands like this. Like open, like hands that were kind of more...
Oh, like kind of wall crawler looking?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what I want.
That would be awesome.
Which is kind of crazy. I look at those old figures and all of them had like those. You ever see those that creepy looking one that had the light up sword? Did you ever see that one?
That was my favorite one.
So I've got that in black and red, and I've also got the variant black and silver one. I got those on card.
Cool.
The black and silver.
The black and red one. That was definitely my favorite Nightcrawler from that era.
Yeah, he was fun, dude. Super cool figure.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, where you were kind of looking for like the definitive version of your characters.
Yeah.
And that Nightcrawler, the Psylocke from that wave, and I want to say the Juggernaut from that wave were all like great representations of the characters.
Absolutely. Oh man, that Juggernaut! What did Juggernaut have? That big crazy? Was it a hammer? No, it was like a battering ram or something, wasn't it?
It was ridiculous. Like all of the figures had a light up accessory, and it didn't make any sense.
He had the hammer.
I feel like it didn't work. To begin with.
Did Wolverine had a minigun.
Yeah, and it was that ugly ass purple Wolverine.
You know there was a tiger stripe.
Yeah, but they didn't put shoulder pads on him. They just painted the top of his arms blue.
Yes, it was terrible. Oh man, yeah, that Psylocke was cool.
I think they knew Wolverine would sell back then.
Yeah.
So anytime there was a new wave, I think they would just bring people in and be like, "Go crazy, do whatever you want with a Wolverine figure."
Yeah, just go nuts. It's fine. Man, Dang it. It's going to be interesting.
So what's damaged on that Shao Kahn?
Well, the Shao Kahns have an issue where their legs can kind of pop off. And that's what's happening right here. Every time he tries to pose him on his throne, the leg just kind of pops out of the socket. You can tell whenever you go to put it in, it just doesn't click. And this is a really tough one actually to repair, because it's supposed to just go in and yeah, both of these legs just come off. It's almost like this piece right here. It's one of these. Here, I'll zoom in. You know what I'm talking about? Like these little pegs, like so, and they have like that. They're supposed to pop in because they've got that little area or that little section that gives it some, I don't know, give, but it's like worn out or something, so it just won't pop in.
Do you think? Do you think you could put like a little piece of plastic in the middle of that, and it would help reinforce it? Maybe click in better.
I think so. Yeah. What I usually will use in a case like that are my these right here, like a badge card, like an ID card.
Oh yeah. Just a little piece of plastic, just to wedge in there.
Yeah, they're really, these are perfect too. You can actually cut them with scissors and stuff like that. Nice. So they're pretty nice. But yeah, that's exactly what I was about to try.
Yeah, I think that would be hopefully it would work.
Right. Yeah, look at that, man. You can just, these things
it's
are so cool.
Funny. You have a pile of badge cards.
Well, at work, we actually print badges, and when there's a mistake, like, here, this guy. So, I get to keep the cards. So.
Nice.
Yeah, any kind of those, and so you just got a bunch of them over here lying around. Just got a bunch of nurses and marketers. Thanks, guys. So.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I don't think Matt doesn't Matt doesn't work for us anymore, so it doesn't even matter.
Crewmaru's new guest, Matt. Hi, Matt. Everybody say hi, Matt.
What's going on? Hey, guys. Don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, I got fired from that job.
Yeah. I think you did.
Oh, poor Matt.
You're like, oh, shit. I'm sorry, Matt.
Sorry. Bad for him now.
Sorry, Matt. Man, you get fired, you tend to, do something stupid. Say la vie. All right, Shao.
Hey, Samurai Chris says nothing goes to waste with you except for that Momoa head.
Hey, well, you don't know what it's going to go to, Chris. Also, thank you for being here, Chris. Samurai Chris is a regular on the Crewmaru. Great guy. Just a little shout out there for you, friend. Appreciate you always being here. And yeah, I'm gonna make a casting cave figure out of that Momoa head. It looks just like him.
Oh no! Yeah. Please tell people that. Oh yeah, I know. Bro. He looks just like Jason Momoa.
Really? Yeah, casting cave does. Really? Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
That's exactly what he looks like. He looks exactly like him. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You blind?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks just like him.
All right, it's 10 o'clock, Bill. Are we calling it a night?
We're going to call it a night tonight, guys. That was a good run tonight, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on here and doing some work and talking shop like usual. I told everybody, I was like, I'm only going to have guests every now and then, but honestly, this is not a disrespectful term. Don't think about it like this, but for you guys, Corey isn't necessarily a guest on here. He's just kind of become one of my greatest friends on just in life. He's one of the guys I talk to all the time. We talk every day.
Every day.
And it's funny, just before I call it here, just a little backstory. I had been working with Corey for, gosh, a while. I used to buy his like random he called them like not junk lots, but he'd have like these little
The
duds
slaughter
or
bin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved it, man. I'd always buy these things, and I was like, man, the guy's really cheap. Like, the price was fair, and I'd get that. And I don't know, we'd have to go back and look somewhere in like the chat or something like
Oh
that to where
man, yeah. There's a lot of guys. It's crazy how many people. Hell, Adam,
from Gentle
the
Giant.
fella who works for Adam Van Wickler, who works for Gentle Giant.
Oh, he's great.
I guarantee you, if I go back to like 2009,
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you he was buying cast off me back then, just as industrial.
Man, it's crazy, dude. I just remember, yeah, I'd buy a few and I'd like kind of paint them, and then somewhere along the line, I finally hit a job that was just way beyond what I could what I could do. And I remember I was like, Corey, I was like, is there any way you could cast this? And you said yes. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna do it. And then from then on out, like, it's not something Corey advertises or does really on a regular, but we have a relationship that was kind of a longer business relationship, but then quickly spun into a friendship. And then I remember I was doing these Facebook rooms that came out on Facebook, and Corey popped in. I didn't see his name, and for a minute there, I thought he was my friend Anthony, because they both had beards and glasses at the time, same color hair and look, and I was like, oh. And then all of a sudden, he spoke and was like, oh yeah, and I was like, wait, I don't know who this guy is. That's not Anthony. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I got that head all molded up for you too, and I was like, Corey? And you're like, yeah. I was like, whoa, what's going on? And it turned into this hours long conversation. From then on out, I was like, yep, well, we get along pretty damn well. So,
Oh yeah,
little background
yeah.
on
You
Corey
never
there.
know. You never know who you're actually going to get along with.
Right. But so yeah, so guys, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Corey pop up on here more often than not. This is exactly like what I usually do anyways, only he can fill in fill in whenever I'm just like not knowing what I'm doing, or if I'm frustrated, and talk crap to me whenever I am
How
frustrated.
often do we jump on the chat together?
Yeah.
And it's like yeah, we're all brainstorming. Like anytime somebody runs into any little snag, like on these biceps, when everybody was having a problem with them popping off super easy, we all kind of looked into it and we realized there was just too much plastic on the inside of the bicep.
Yep.
And all you had to do was take a knife or your Dremel, cut it down, and then you pop it back together. And guess what? This Wolverine not popping apart again.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Unless you want it, and the
And
coolest
that's
thing,
all
unless you
from
want it
the
to.
team.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean,
Yeah.
we just it's really cool, and I think that's one of the coolest things about here is, not to mention, we get this chat going, and you just see all these, everybody, like, the people that are here, genuinely want to learn, and I like that about them, man. I like that so much, and people are respectful in here. You'll notice that we didn't have any. You don't have any issues with anybody in here. Like, everybody's polite. They're I don't know, man.
Yeah.
We've got such a good crew going on right now, and I mean, all of them, pretty much all of them, came from Wade's stream. So sometimes I have to give him a little bit of credit, just because. But then again, I think people might have been just bored and they stumbled upon him because he was popular one night. So I don't know if I can give him credit at all. I don't know. We'll see. No, I'm kidding. Wade's great, man, and yeah, the crew that came over from there that support me and us is just awesome. So, and I could tell you had a few buyers in here, man. That was pretty cool, and I'm sure they appreciate seeing that process. Awesome. But yeah, like I said, guys, we're gonna call it a night tonight. It was a good time. We got some stuff done. I finished like maybe 3 or 4 figures tonight, and Corey probably did about 30,001 heads. That's about right.
Oh no, not quite. Maybe not even 30.
Not even 30.
All right.
All right, guys. Y'all take care out there, and I'll keep repairing, and